You may notice Jaime's not here. We hope that's gonna change. In the meantime, I'm gonna give you the summary of what happened in the last episode. Oh, welcome to Yes and Dragons at the beautiful Chicago Role Players Guild.
Hello, we are live. Welcome.
Jaime is entering. Anyway, last time, Cordelia had a birthday party at the lighthouse that went really well.
And it's still party time.
Cordelia also got a magic stamp that she found out that you could put a document in a container, stamp the container, open it up. Very nice. And no one but her could read the document. And we all tested Jaime's patience perhaps too much with that.
45 minutes of stamp shenanigans.
And that was not the most shenanigans that happened.
Absolutely not.
Parker/Sam/Parker kind of played himself by deciding to go to Cordelia
To mess with me?
at one of her birthday meetings and present sending a bunch of ships into the, I guess, ocean of death. And Cordelia played Parker right back. Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. Or is it Parker? I can never tell.
Both.
Anyway,
It was both.
by accepting, and now he has possibly got some ships that are going somewhere.
Yeah, and you named one of them the Santa Cordelia, let me
Yeah.
say. And the Shibble, or the Nadezhda and Nina.
Yeah. However, that'll have to wait because Cordelia and Sam got kidnapped by Leu Monks, who is putting them on her mid-level office building submarine that will drop down to the sea. We hope, keeping all of them alive. Accompanying them is Imogen, the eidolon of Ardent's upcoming god, and Nadezhda's floating eye, who is so we're just going to see what Nadezhda can do about an insane CEO kidnapping a bunch of her
Also,
friends
a few orphans are
into
there with us.
You know what the submarine thing reminds me of? When he was president, Lyndon B. Johnson had a car that could go in water, and he would pretend to lose control and like go down an embankment into the water to freak out the people that were in his car.
So
That sounds about right.
Leo Monks is the Lyndon B. Johnson of
No, that's pretty accurate.
He's the original boomer grandpa.
oh, who else is on board that submarine? Nadezhda's brother, who we hope is doing okay. Nobody asked him.
Oh, yeah, you did too with the
now-
orphans.
I'm going to get to a difficult part, a difficult part of last week's episode, because I want to convey my deep respect for what happened. Okay? What happened was Shibble decided to go with the French chef that Jaime just made up for a lark to get that French chef's soup into kind of a brand deal that would have Shibble's face on it. Jaime created a beautifully rendered office building of like soup-themed
The Canned
rooms.
Soup Company.
The Canned
Canned
Soup
Soup Company. And
TCSC.
played
I like
this.
how the gap between the whimsicalness of their name and the whimsicalness of everything else.
Played this French chef, who I want to say his name,
Marceau. Plural of Marseille.
so beautifully. And he realized he was being sidelined from his dream. And all of us turned to Carissa with tears in our eyes. And we're like, please, Carissa, find a way to, in character, allow this French chef enough self-esteem to continue to make this soup deal with this soup company that means nothing to anyone. And reached down deep into her actor spirit and did that. And then they worked out, and then again, in character, worked out a fairly decent deal with contracts that
It
Shibble
wasn't
is
going
going
well
to.
until I brought up the
It
triple.
wasn't going well.
Yeah. Carissa like pulled it out
You
and
forgot the triple dipper soup.
negotiated to get a contract that will be looked over by competent attorneys. It was just so well done, and it broke my friggin' brain. It was a perfect small encapsulation of madness, dressed up in sensibility. as a sensible move, dressed up as more madness. It was like a turducken of madness,
Turducken of madness.
but it was so
What
good.
triple
Eldritch
dipper?
turducken.
Anyway,
In a
um,
soup can.
In
These
soup
soups-
can.
Sam and
these soups
Cordelia
make me hope.
are possibly being kidnapped and going to be murdered. We'll see.
You will see, because your eye is there.
Yeah, I will
Got their eyes
see.
on us.
My floating eye is watching you.
I realized we did not introduce ourselves.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
give our Chicago back.
Well, yeah, I have.
Oh, yeah.
the Chicago fact.
Everything falls apart when you're not here, Jaime.
I'm
Order of
sorry.
operations. It's okay. You're here now. I actually have 2 stress.
I'm Parker. I play Sam Seraph, soon to be squished into a pancake.
I am Esther Inglis Arkell. I play Nadezhda and Shibble. So uninterested in soup.
I'm Libby Kramer. I play Cordelia Priest, who is still having, honestly, an above average birthday.
I'm Carissa Lenning. 안녕하세요. Shibbolivnida.
Oh, wow.
I forgot my work badge, but I had a K-pop
That's
photo card.
so funny.
And I colored a badge with my face.
So now
on it.
I'm a K-pop boy today.
Shibble
I
the
feel like
pop
every
star.
time Shibble shows up to work, it's a badge for a different company that's not Ardent. It's just like a random badge.
Yeah.
This driver's license I found in the street.
This is after I stamped your badge.
That's right.
I come in with a
Some-
different badge.
Some very like tame pornography, quote unquote, from the other universe
Yeah.
that you
Not
got.
mushroom
Maybe it's
porn.
Yeah.
Oh no, the stamp flew out of the
Sorry,
submarine.
erotica.
No, the stamp is my prized possession now. It's my precious.
I would be remiss to remove stamp ownership at this point.
Chicago Pact partner.
Yeah. So Juan Baptiste de Sable he was a Haitian man of African descent. He was considered the first non-native settler in Chicago in 1780, and basically established the area. And then they renamed Lake Shore Drive after him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you get on a GPS, it'll say like turn left on
Something.
Juan Baptiste de Sable, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Blah. It's like incredibly long. the
That's
official
interesting.
GPS name.
I always thought it was funny that it was like shortened to LSD on every sign. So I was
Yeah.
like, when I first moved here, I was like,
Yeah,
what?
we're all on
But
LSD all
Juan
the time.
Baptiste-
Needs to get on LSD.
JBD. What
Lake
is
Shore Drive.
like JBD instead of LSD is kind of fun.
JBDS LSD.
Yeah, JBSS. Never mind, I can't.
Have you met Hoover?
Have you? We're all here today.
That's still that.
Have
Thank
you
you.
been, you've been sucked up by the Hoover.
And it's fun because we didn't really meet Hoover last week.
Clean the dirt from your soul.
So, the order of operations has changed a little bit, given the events of last week. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Hi, I'm
Oh,
Jaime.
yes. Who are you?
Who am I? Who are you? That's my favorite line from Bless You from
Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland, except for the other one, which is change places, which is what I actually referenced last week. Because I did it and Leo did it at the very end. He yelled change places exactly because of that. So that's fun.
Hmm.
I have limited mobility right now. So I'm trying to arrange things a little simpler way than I usually would. Also, would everybody be kind enough to just make sure things are close to you, microphones are as close as possible? Because that helps with editing.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I can move these. And
So
all my
did we
rocks.
introduce the show at all?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Good enough.
who did we? You did the full summary, so
She did.
Yeah.
Very excellently done.
Wow. Okay, guys, that was great. You.
I may need a hat. Yes.
We're gonna open at the moment that we left off at.
I think you see Sam in midair and he's like, you're probably wondering how I got here.
Just like, is it camera like freeze frame? There is your brother, you,
Mm-hmm.
Sam,
Orphans.
2 of the orphans, I believe. Yeah.
Both Aaron's.
Both Aarons, Aaron and Aaron with an E, which is spelled AARONE.
Yeah. Aaron.
It's really funny in the transcripts. It says Aaron with an E, spelled AARONE.
Yeah.
Like it's all one word. So, and who else is there?
Nadezhda's Arcane Eye.
Nadezhda's
Oh,
Arcane
that's right. You're Arcane
Floating
And-
Eye and
there.
Leu Monks, the one who's
Yeah,
kidnapped
Leu
and
and
Imogen.
Leu and Leo and
So
Imogen.
this was a meeting
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, Imogen's
Imogen.
there.
Imogen walked in at the very.
She was like, do what I say and it'll be okay.
Yeah, she said she gave you a little
She gave me a piece of
little
paper.
note.
Yeah. I guess I show it to you the best that I can.
You give me all your stuff in case your body gets incinerated.
Yeah, wait, I'll give this back to you later.
Okay. Yeah, that's the scene. And Imogen walks up, says, "Hello, everybody."
Hello.
Hey, are we gonna die?
Probably.
But like when that thing hits the ground?
Probably.
Fair enough.
Miss Monks.
Oh yeah, this is on a like a
Yeah.
conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Leu Monks is climbing in. This is a like think of it like maybe half the size of a private jet.
Okay.
So it's small, but it's not like
It's not like that
it's
one.
not a bathtub.
Okay.
Is there a bar?
There is no bar. It is green. It actually, you know, a good way to describe it is like if you imagine if the Futurama ship were converted to be like more tubular and more like a submarine. It has portholes, a couple of them. It has like a front.
There was that one
steering
episode
deck.
where they went under the ocean.
Birthday hat.
Birthday hat. Yeah. And
No, there we go. Oh, beautiful.
that's perfect. Well, yeah. Okay. And
Sorry, it must be serious.
no, yeah, this is serious. And oh, I forgot to open our own stream so I can monitor chat. Yeah, she's climbing in. What are we doing?
I mean, are we in there right now? Or
Yeah, I'm in
We're
there.
in there, right?
Oh, she's climbing in.
We are already in the submarine. I
No.
think.
Oh.
No.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll
Well,
climb into the
we're
submarine.
getting in the submarine, I guess.
I think
Shotgun.
You see Imogen stride confidently up to the submarine.
Okay, I'll follow her lead.
I take the shotgun seat.
Are the orphans coming? They're going to come if you don't tell them to do something else. I just want to know what you want to do.
Do I know that the Arcane Eye has seen us?
Ooh.
Oh, that's an interesting question. How do you think you might know?
I mean, is it how invisible? Like,
It's
Like-
invisible. It's like straight up like you need to see invisibility.
then I think I
Well-
probably wouldn't know.
I did narrate kind of as a joke last time that after they walked away from my brother without asking if he was okay, that they turned around and saw my floating eye.
Oh,
So it could have like tucked itself into
I think your eye. Well, what are the constraints on the eye specifically, as written? We
I
can
know if
narratively
it takes
tailor it.
if it takes damage, floating eye, it disappears. A small orb anywhere within very far range. I can transition between using my own senses and the orb, and if it takes damage, the spell ends. So honestly, if it could just like pretend to be a button on Sam's trench coat,
What's the distance allowed for it to travel?
I
Does it
think
say?
it says very far,
Okay, so you are well outside the distance of it,
but I'm special.
but you are special. That is true. You have
And I
a
already
very
narrated
compelling and well-established canonical point.
But yeah, I think I would tell the orphans, like, go tell Nadezhda what happens and keep yourself safe.
that little eye. It's just like,
I'll stay with
I
Leo.
already know, but I'm staying.
Leo's going.
I'm sure he does not have a choice, so I'll sit
Oh,
with him.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
Leo is dressed in like imagine like
He's in that big hat.
What was he wearing?
The hat.
Oh, that's why he was wearing the hat, because of the reference to Alice in Wonderland.
Oh.
But his suit is a black fabric, cottony fabric, actually like more like silky, with a very royal purple interior, and it has like, instead of having like a regular breast or double breast to cross, it's like almost like a sash, like it wraps.
Oh. Fancy.
And I think you realize that this is essentially like identical to what what's her face was wearing, Leu Monks was wearing, the night that you met her in her mech.
Oh.
So
wow.
Yeah.
It's a good thing
I'm sorry, not Leu Monks. I apologize. The night you met Leu Monks, but it wasn't Leu Monks who was dressed that way. It was Morella.
Yeah. It's a good thing I didn't bring you with me.
So,
We might have braced
When you killed Morella?
yes. No, not you. I'm sorry. You did not kill Morella yet.
Yeah,
We had killed.
Yeah, we
Morella
had.
at
There's
that
a lot.
point.
Yes. The last time you saw Morella, basically.
Right.
She was wearing these clothes.
When did we kill?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, she ripped them off. But yes. So, anyway, you guys watch her beckon Imogen, who beckons you. The two little kids sort of, I guess they're going to sort of toddle off. I mean, they don't really have a place to go at this point here.
Can I give them like a key to my office?
Well, I've also too many houses. I'll send one to my apartment and one to my secret base.
You're splitting the party of kids? Okay. But you
Well,
tell
like
me,
they were going to be that much better if it was just the two of them.
Yeah,
we could
fair.
just put them in Shibble's room.
Yeah, but I also want them to tell the rest of our party where we are.
Hmm.
oh, I see. So I see.
Yeah.
I know what you
I'm like, I know the range on that spell. Nadezhda can't possibly be watching us.
Oh, but I am.
So, special eye.
But then do you see the eye and assume that it's someone else?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of experience being watched by weird invisible things.
Yeah.
And they're not usually Nadezhda.
No.
So,
I'm going to say that when you
Sometimes they are.
through the eye, what you're seeing is it's like a ripple behind Imogen.
Mm.
And as she walks through the space, it's sort of like there's just a weird sort of space-time ripple.
yeah, I think
And
if
you just for a second, you see like the outline of like if somebody had poured water over the eye or something, you know?
because if we saw that, I think we would assume that it was under the invisible drones.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you might.
probably.
Yep.
What's Mordborg doing here?
Is Morborg allowed in the building, do you think?
Probably not.
No, absolutely.
But he would send a drone somehow.
So,
I can do what he wants.
yeah, kind of, a little bit. So the kids take off to the respective places that you told them to go to. Two separate places. Write down which one is where for me.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody climbs in. Yeah.
Yep.
The submarine launches off of the 100th floor.
Lelu, I have to tell you something. I know that we don't like each other, but this is sick as hell.
I'm like,
I need you to
Outward in the
understand
corner of the
how much I
submarine.
appreciate this submarine thing right now.
Leu gives you like a little wink and a nod, like good on you. And you guys are just falling.
Yeah, I
like a
hate it.
Cannonball.
can I take it? I should take a stress.
I think you could, yeah, for sure. And Leo, Imogen is impassive entirely. She buckles her seatbelt as you guys are falling to the ground. She has her own little seatbelt like thing that she brought. It's like literally like attaches to the wall. It's like imagine like a safety version of.
Bring one for her cousin.
She did not.
Evil. Maybe she is that
It's
bad.
the safety version of like what do you call it? like a those ropes with hooks. So yeah, it's basically that. And she's like buckling herself in. Leo is texting somebody. And
Nadezhda
under
sees it and checks her phone.
directly underneath you, like the little fins of this thing, like force it to take a a pretty good downward trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
And directly beneath you, in front of the approaching vehicle, the ground sort of opens up, and you fall into a very large, very deep, very dark pool of water.
I want to slightly amend what I told the orphans to do. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to tell them to activate the orphan messenger network. So now all of my orphans know to try to find those two
Wait,
and get the message.
can it please be called the Orphan Messaging Network Initiative so it's abbreviated to Omni?
Yes. So yeah, so now all of my messenger orphans are on the lookout.
Omni. Okay. So, you plunge
I hate it.
so far down into the water.
Hate it.
It's
Sam's doing like the roller coaster thing where it's like, ah!
Yeah.
I'm like trying
I
to
think
hold on to like
Leo takes a picture.
nothing. I'm like trying to hold on to a panel that's like completely flush.
In here, it is pretty cramped, but it's not totally uncomfortable.
I'm so tempted to cast levitation on Cordelia.
She would hit the ceiling.
Don't you dare!
She would hit the ceiling so fast. Yeah, you guys plunge into absolute darkness. The lights in the submarine come on, and a little like a little arcane engine kicks in, and it just sort of traverses this underground waterway. What are you doing?
This is seriously so freaking cool.
I know. I fucking made it. Now, what are you doing here?
You told us to go here.
No, you specifically.
Annoying Cordelia mostly.
You're hired.
What's my official job title here?
Fuck it.
I've been worse.
Sam came to have a meeting with me about a serious trade initiative he wanted to propose.
A trade initiative.
Yes, an adventure.
And why do you think you're responsible for that?
He came to meet with me.
I mean, obviously they're going to be my first contact.
Ardent owns Freist now. Ardent owns everything Freist.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm going to the person that I have contact with to send it up the line. Because I don't want to waste your time if it's not a good idea. So, it's got to filter through people.
Okay, make a presence roll.
All right, I'm definitely spending a hope to add my strength to this. Oh, no. Well, that was a 3 plus 6 and 8.
I'm not bending luck
What's the
on
DC?
this. It's 16 right now
Yeah.
because she's got Glyph of Nightfall on her.
Are you sure you want left bend to be on this?
No, we might need it later. I only have 3 hope. It would cost all of them.
So it cost almost all my
Was yours with
turn.
Hope or Fear?
That was with hope.
Okay. We're gonna say it fails. You're pretty far away, right?
It was a 1 and a 2.
Oh yeah. So you're
Plus your strength.
I mean, like the total was like 8. but-
beautifully far away.
Yeah.
I love this because what happens is you're just smiling to Leu Monks, who is sort of again giving you like a cheeky wink
And I'm like
and a
getting
nod.
really into explaining my presentation.
Yeah, and Leo comes up behind you and slaps the back of your head so hard. He's like, "Shut up! Why are you talking?"
Because I thought Leo wanted to become a pirate captain because that's awesome.
I want to be a pirate captain. Wait, Leo, can we talk about this?
No, not you. Nadezhda would be so mad at me.
Leo, I need to talk to you about this immediately. When we get back, we can talk about it.
Absolutely not.
Set up a meeting with Mr. Seraph.
Honestly, worst case scenario outcome.
This continues. Imogen, deathly silent, face totally grim. For 2-3 hours
Oh.
through the water.
Sam, on my calendar, this was only 1 hour, so I'm starting to get really concerned.
Lead your calendar for you.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does your calendar just say Lake House now, and it's just like infinitely long?
I sure hope not. But maybe.
After 3 hours or so.
Wait a minute. Does
Okay.
this connect to the
Go ahead.
sea, or is it freshwater?
Can I make a roll because this is taking 3 hours
Yeah.
to get
find
Shibble?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. We can cut to that scene because you're basically out of the.
And the question is
How
whether
to
my
connect.
orphans could find them in those 3 hours too.
Also, I see you, but yeah. Minor illusion, channel raw power. What would it be? Presence
To find Shibble?
To find Shibble?
to find Shibble?
I mean, I feel like you know where Shibble's going
Oh.
after the meeting, right? My guess is home to eat. Or
I mean, as
something?
much as anyone ever knows where Shibbol's going.
I mean, I was gonna bring
Shibble has disappeared out of
the
reality.
true.
I was gonna bring the contracts back to Ardent.
Yeah,
because
to
I
be
know
Hilo.
competent people
Oh,
there.
that's true. That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and make a. This is going to be an instinct.
Oh no. Why are you all rolling so bad?
That's 8
With.
here.
Oh, thank you.
Oh wait,
Interesting.
it's up to 10 if I use tapped in, which I
Okay.
should be able to.
Okay, I agree. I
Tapped
honestly
into
agree.
Shibble.
Okay.
You can use that.
We're like bonded, right? Because I have her blood on the amulet.
Oh yeah, your blood amulet.
I don't know if that means anything. You never explained
We don't know what the amulet
what my old
does.
magic amulet covered in Nadezhda's blood actually does.
You're right. You know what? I'm gonna give you this one. Here's
gonna call it
what
the
happened.
Shibble.
Is it a homing
Shibble.
beacon?
Like a bloodhound on a
It's like a bat symbol, but it's like a
Freaking-
cow horn.
like a bloodhound on the trail. Your mentacles all pointed one direction suddenly.
Boy, what'd you see?
Like you can, in
Is
your
the
mind's
dentist
eye, you can see them
around?
turn around and look at you and kind of go this way.
Oh. I feel like I should go that way.
There's a strong pull in the direction that they're pointing.
I will go that way.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're like walking back from your soup meeting,
Like-
like things went really great. And they just literally are like Marceau has stepped away because he needs to go speak to his family. It is his daughter's confirmation day.
Oh,
So he needs to
wow.
go deal with that. He
In
doesn't-
what sense?
in what sense?
Well, like confirmation is like a Christian thing, right?
Sure. Or it could just mean that she confirmed something. No,
It
we're
means
gonna
whatever you want.
it means whatever we want it to
Maybe
be.
That's why I was
Maybe
asking.
Pelton can slap the
I
skin
think,
out of her.
I think maybe
He
maybe
scheduled soup meeting during his daughter's confirmation.
It
Yeah.
was that important
It was-
to him.
yeah.
Life comes at you.
On the
fast.
day of my daughter's confirmation.
I think I think the confirmation is like at like 9 p.m. So he's got time,
Oh,
you know?
yeah, it's like
It's like
Uh,
3.
Yeah, afternoon.
Yeah. So yeah, you get whisked away by blood mentacles, by blood plane mentacles, as your amulet like gets really warm to the touch on your chest. Because you're casting a spell to locate Shibble, which apparently triggers Shibble's homing beacon.
Okay.
Thank God we have one because
why didn't we
Is
think
that
of that
what you
sooner?
intended this
I
amulet
did
to
intend
do
the amulet
from
to
the-
be
from the first?
yes. I intended the amulet to be a way for people to find you because I had a feeling you're going to wander off a lot.
Okay.
Wow.
So I will wait until Shibble gets to me and then fill Shibble in on all that has happened.
do it.
Okay, so where am I finding Nadezhda?
and have my orphans caught up to them at this point.
No.
I think as Nadezhda feels it working, she simply stops walking and just stands on a sidewalk
With Tamsin and Tammany.
looking into the middle distance, looking like Cordelia.
I forgot that detail.
Yeah.
What a beautiful
Until
detail.
Shibble arrives, which Shibble will.
I feel like that's just the expression Tamsin has all the time now, too. So,
Yeah, just three
Tamsin looks down a
people.
lot. Tamsin looks down. And Tammany it sort of does the same thing Tamsin does, except that she kind of looks up a little more often to check to see what Tamsin's doing. I think it takes probably 45 minutes for you to end up there. You have an arm full of soup and another arm full of files. You're walking down the street in the middle of the old quarter, we're gonna say.
Yeah, because they were at the park.
You were at the park. Yeah, you went to that art exhibit in the park. So, yeah. There you go. You guys are there. You see Cordelia.
Hi, Cordelia.
Wrong. I mean the right. Correct. I'm Cordelia. Anyway, I put the two traumatized teens on a bench. Who are, last time we went, we also narrated that I went to Vex and Hot Topic, which is just proper teenage development.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You got them some journals.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Got them some journals and a new outfit, so they look wild. Anyway.
What does Vexen Hot Topic sell?
Is it called Lukewarm Topic?
No, it's called proper child development. Yeah.
Proper teenage development. Oh, I got you this. And it is the t-shirt that says, "Yes, Mom, it is just a phase." As you requested.
Yes.
So now Shibble is wearing a hammerhead shark helmet. Manticles is all blue and
Stars.
Blue stars is a universe furbolg and is wearing a t-shirt that says, "Yes, Mom, it is just a phase."
That's why I'm saying that Shibble is a cryptid.
Yeah.
Contact your local cryptid.
Sleep paralysis, Shibble.
Shibble paralysis demon.
Shibble paralysis even can't hurt you. They're not real.
So.
Oh man.
All right.
That's really funny.
Well, I just take, I guess, one of the bowls of soup from you. And this is actually very good. It's a three dipper?
Triple dipper.
Triple dipper. Okay. Well, our friends have been kidnapped by the worst person anyone we have ever met. In a submarine where we cannot get to them. To a lake house that we are, I think, sure, where people are tortured until they go out of their minds.
I mean, Shibble's been there before.
Yeah, I have.
Didn't it completely wipe your memory so you can't even remember the horrors that you went through?
Yeah, you have no explicit recollection.
Yeah.
So, I would say we have some problems.
So what do we do?
Do we still have the Sam's car?
It got destroyed.
Yeah, I think it got wrecked.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Aaron with
with
an
the
E
Crashed it.
crashed it.
I think it's in the shop right now.
Yeah.
All right.
You start walking to the lake.
You know how to get
I mean, they have to want drugs there. So,
I'll
guess
say this. You
I'll go
know that
talk to-
Cordelia can get a ride anywhere. And right now, you're Cordelia.
That's true.
all right. So, and I have. Wait, they'll
You have
kill
a-
the other Fraists if they see them at Ardent. Okay. Well, we are in quite a little pickle, aren't we?
You just pull out
Okay.
Uber and type in like house and see where it takes.
So I have uncanny disguise on myself.
You could go put them in the Shibble crate.
They don't know. I'm going to cast.
Oh, but
I'm
Can
gonna
they
spend
hang
a
out with
hope.
the orphans?
Yeah.
We can't leave them.
That's true. Tamsin won't let you leave her, probably.
I mean, you could
You
leave
could
her.
dress up one
You
of the
could
orphans
stop being
Cordelia.
Cordelia.
And then what? Just watch her freak out?
I mean, you don't.
Sure.
She just doesn't talk. She just sort of walks around head down.
Probably just be
Origin.
catatonic. At least it'd be easy to deal with.
What if
Yeah.
we let the orphans take care of her?
All right. To me, orphans!
Snipers is a service, but it's orphans.
Orphans as a service.
Yeah.
Isn't one of the corps actually just everything as a service?
Yeah, it's service as a service.
Yeah.
So you can make anything into a service with them. I can't remember which one that is.
Prosec Ant Collective.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yeah. We cut back to you guys. now it is 3 hours later.
How?
Yeah. Wait.
I will say I'm going to give Tamsin and Tammany to the orphans.
The orphans don't arrive. Sorry. I apologize. The orphans do not arrive.
Okay, then they're coming with us. Okay. I'm going to hire a car,
They're not going to care about Tammany.
make Tamsin look so weird from Vex and Hot Topic, just goth eyeliner and like purple streaks in her hair.
It might work.
Weird chain thing and like a chain wallet and a
Like a
ripped up.
sensible cardigan.
Yeah. Until she no longer looks like herself, and then sensible cardigan on top of all of that, and order a friggin' car as Cordelia and have it take us to the lake house, I guess. I've got Shibble, my
Yep.
security officer with.
Yep.
That's true.
About 15, 20 minutes later, a car arrives. It's pretty beat up. So like one of the problems that has happened since the earthquakes and the gods got into a fist fight is that the spell grid is entirely cut off in sections. And cars can only run where there's spell. Same for like helicopters. So
A bigger problem for helicopters than it is.
it
for
is a
cars.
much bigger problem for helicopters, especially when they're in flight. But yeah, the spell grid not at all reliable right now. So it takes a while for this car to show up.
Mhm.
In the meantime, the two girls sort of stand there and do nothing and say nothing. And that's what happens. Yeah.
Okay, I guess we get in the car. Hi, I'm Cordelia. I'm scared of heights, but I'm getting weirdly into being rich. This is my, this is Shibble.
I am Shibble.
Is your name Dutch?
You see eyes
Always have to
flick
check.
up in the rear view and then back down. The window is up. It's a Bentley or something. You know those cars that are like they have that really big back seat where there's
Mhm.
two benches that face each other.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those, like one of the fanciest ones you have seen. It's super beat up though.
Mhm.
The person that you are talking to knows that they are not to be spoken to, which you would know because Cordelia has made such a big deal out of this. They're not supposed to interact with you verbally unless directly addressed under specific circumstances. So the eyes look up at you. The car takes off very slowly. And everything is awkward and quiet.
Okay.
Exactly the way I think you might like it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I just relax. I lean over to Shibble. Is this person looks like they aren't going to take us to the lake house? Just kill them and I will run the car. I imagine. Okay.
Okay.
Roll
Excellent.
D12.
There's cans of soup rattling around in the trunk.
You just put all your soup cans right there.
The trunk is in the front of the car, by the way.
It's in the front.
Yeah, it's a front.
9.
9. You go about 9 minutes before the spell grid. It's out again.
Okay, I use my magical sorcerer powers.
You're gonna power the car?
Yeah.
Make a presence check.
As
Because Cordelia can't do that.
but is she being like obvious about it?
If the car is running off the spell grid, yes.
16. I'm going to plug
With?
in my 16 with hope.
Hope. Okay, mark your hope.
I'm going to plug in my phone, and that will power the spell grid. I'm Cordelia Freist. I can do that.
Now they're
One
going to
second.
expect me to be able to do that.
It's not my problem.
You could have blamed it on me. No one knows what I can do or can't do.
It's true.
They can just like Shibble ate something weird. Now they can power the spell grid.
Tell me to get out and push.
I'm looking for.
Or
a
you just
note.
drink a can of soup like Popeye and then you have to muscle through.
That's fear.
Oh, really? How funny, Etten, because I was about to do the same thing.
After they just found out it was my birthday.
Take out that fear then.
Oh, I can't reach.
There you go.
Thank you.
Are you?
One moment. Okay. Yeah, that happens. The car works and you continue driving. Cool.
Nadezhda and Shibble, the dream team.
Roll another D12.
Oh.
2.
You go 2 minutes before
Oh.
it disconnects again.
Should I like get out and push?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out and push.
The doors are locked.
Can I get to the driver?
You tell me.
I want to get to the driver.
Okay.
Shibble is being stalked by a door right now.
Perhaps
Yeah.
impersonating a person who's actively
You look through the
being-
window. There's no driver.
being taken to
I'm busting out of this car. I am
On
busting
the
out
bus
of this
side,
car.
pretty car.
But they can't drive. Maybe Tamsin can drive. She should be able to. Spend a fear on
yeah.
Tamsin being able
No,
to
no,
drive.
no. I spent a fear on he disappeared.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna try to break open the door.
Are you?
Yes.
Go ahead. Make a roll. What are you gonna
You need one of those
Of
little
strength?
hammers they have to
Yeah,
break
you
the
get-
window if your car goes underwater.
do? So what are you using for this? I gotta use which ability or which experience?
When one door closes,
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
door.
So all the doors are closed here. There are 2 of those, like the doors that open backwards, you know.
Mhm.
And they are all closed and locked. And then there's the window in the front.
Is there a
which,
sunroof?
there is a sunroof.
I'm gonna try to break the sunroof.
Okay. All right, make your roll. It's going to be a strength roll.
Yes.
It is going.
Don't tell me.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh my god. I feel like it's my birthday and I didn't even know it.
Critical too.
Dude, wait, hold on. Do we have a button for this?
Or well, I was saying box of bones.
Here we go.
Moan.
Moan 1. I pressed all the buttons.
You boy will set the same.
I don't know how to stop it.
That's why he has spitting fear.
That's so
I've
funny.
been watching him throw out his sound buttons.
That's really funny.
I'm closing the box of moans.
All right, so you
I
break
bust out
you
the
break
sunroof
through the sunroof.
like a festive Jack in the Box.
Okay. So all in all, this has been about 2 hours since we broke since you guys have been like gotten back together and have started going to the lake house. We're going to cut back to this moment. Back to you
Okay,
guys.
I need to ask a question.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does Leu Monks regret putting herself in a situation where she has to be in a submarine with me for 2 hours?
She might like it. She's
Presence roll.
very unpredictable.
Make an instinct check.
Crit!
Okay, so do your crits. Do your crit stuff. This woman
Hit the moves.
sincerely, utterly detests you. You can read her like, I mean, it's not hard to understand.
I feel like that just
Right?
fuels Sam to be more annoying.
But I feel like here's the thing. Here's what you get out of your crit specifically. She detests literally everything. This is not specially
Yeah,
unique.
I'm gonna break through.
And I'll say what also in your crit, the one person she hasn't really shown any like sincere like animus toward is Leah. At worst, she ignores him. So I think on your crit, your sense here is this woman thinks I am basically interchangeable with anybody else in the world. And also she enjoys pissing off other people by manipulating people. And she right now is explicitly trying to do that to Cordelia.
I mean, I feel like we could bond over this.
I feel like that's probably true. Yeah. That's what you see. She's driving a submarine, like periscope down, like.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to play I Spy with Leo, even though I'm sure he's not participating. But
He's
and also there's
completely
something
ignoring you. He keeps taking pictures of you and posting them on Sparkle, yeah. And it just says like, what the fuck is this?
I spy something metal and gray.
So you taking any pictures of me?
No, he's mostly interacting with Sam.
All right, cool.
Just going through. Okay, it's still alive. Still alive.
Your cousin will not make eye contact.
Yeah, I'm like watching her, like, but trying not to make it obvious that I'm watching her.
She will not make eye contact with anybody. He looks utterly impassive, utterly cold. This is Imogen, who sort of.
She's the least cold phrase.
Yes.
Generally speaking.
She's the least calculating. She's the most artistic.
She just wants to paint her bad paintings,
right, yeah.
and we love her for it.
Yeah, and she really puts her heart into all of it, and she likes people.
Yeah.
This is a different Imogen.
Am I feeling any of the like divine or divinity off of her that I felt off of Morella?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for that. That you, because you can directly relate it to another example of this, another instance, you explicitly feel the waves of adoration almost that sort of pour off of her. Adoration is probably a little strong, but it's something that makes people want to be like attentive to her, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it worked on me with Morella.
It's charisma. That's what it is. Yeah.
Like, did you dig this entire tunnel, or was it just like tapping into something inconsistent? Because we've been going for a long time.
So how many stout men do you need?
I was hoping for 100.
200?
Yeah.
How many ships?
3.
3 ships. Where are the ships? What, you know where your ships are?
I'm not in charge of the ships, right?
Now you are.
Hey, great. Do you want me to get 3 ships?
Where are all the ships?
In New Harbor?
Your ships are in New Harbor.
Excellent. You won't be disappointed, probably.
I am almost certainly going to be disappointed. But that's not new. So I noticed you and your cousin aren't talking.
She's not really talking to anybody right now.
I noticed.
I'm trying to respect that.
You're so respectful to each other, you Fraists.
Imogen and I are.
Say so. Imogen, how's your mom doing? Just dead silence. Submarine floats to the top of the water. You are in a beautiful lake, in a beautiful pastoral mountainside. Alpine, huge. It looks like Banff. It's gorgeous. In the distance, you can see, both of you can see, your lake house.
So at least you know where we are, maybe.
I do.
But right as you track it, right as you lock in on where you are, it's pretty far away. The submarine goes back. And within minutes, boom. All right, everybody off. Let's go.
I want to pass Leo a note that says your sister's worried about you. It's your sister. It's your brother. He's your brother, right? Yeah. I'm sure. Wait, that wasn't a cousin, was it?
I think he grabs the note and immediately catches it.
Goodness, are we?
Huh?
Goodness.
Yeah. And well, actually, it happens literally seconds after Leu Monks has opened the door on the side.
So he doesn't even look at it.
He doesn't even look at it. He is constantly burning things behind you. Also, like he's just like grabbing things that catch on fire. You guys are underwater.
Yeah.
There is a portal here. A portal, but by that I mean like a literal porthole.
Water streaming in?
No. There's a dock here underwater.
See, this is really cool.
I know. Now, how well do you know Imogen?
Oh, we met a few times.
Imogen pipes up for a second. We met twice. All right. Never mind.
But I knew her before, all this.
Okay. I know everything I need to know
Broke her
about
window
this,
once.
so I only care if you guys are like close or something.
Not really.
No. Okay. Leo, let's go. Get him off. Leo makes everybody move off into a underwater dock, surrounded by like reinforced glass.
Sam
and
is taking notes for his next cult base.
yeah, actually, it's very that. It's
He's
a
like
short
taking
little
some
hallway.
measurements, like
It's a short little hallway. There's fish swimming by there. You can see like you're probably like 20 feet underwater. You don't see the ground beneath you. You're just like suspended in the middle of green and blue. And like there is a little walkway inside this sort of circular tube. And then there's a little gas exchange door. Bottom, she hits it. And then opens the doors. Leo walks in texting on his phone. Just absolutely, totally.
Well, it gets reception down here, I guess.
Yep. You enter Sea Lab. Essentially, there is Leu Monks has built a little fortress here under the water. Imogen is walking slower and slower.
Canonically, she's been CEO for like 4 days, right?
No, she's been it for a long time.
Oh, she's been CEO like for
okay.
years, like 20 years.
She's like inherited it, kind of. And they can't get rid of her, so she thinks.
That's
They're
exactly
actively trying to get rid of her, some of them.
Yeah, most of them.
I mean, they're kind of all in a race like competition with each other, but it's the phrase are more cutthroat each other, I think.
These guys are like passive aggressive.
Yeah. But yeah, you notice Imogen is walking slower and slower.
Yeah, I'll walk slow too, because she told me to follow her lead.
Leu turns around. Keep up. What, are you afraid?
I mean, yeah.
No, I'm just impressed.
None of fear on me being afraid.
Put a fear on that.
Ow.
Damn it, I keep doing the wrong arm. Okay.
Yes, I am afraid, Miss Monks. The lake house is a bad place.
Well, you're gonna get me in that lake house. One of you two.
Into the lake house?
Yep.
You haven't been there?
You have to go in with a Frice invitation.
Why do you want to go there?
Imagine.
I mean, honestly, this is way cooler than any lake house.
You guys walk into a room that is extremely utilitarian, and also looks a lot like the wellness room.
Mm.
It's a
Oh,
good thing
no.
Shibble's not here to relive that trauma.
Yeah, we're learning more and more. It's a good thing. Shibble's not here.
Imogen is at this point shaking.
Can I try to put a hand on her? I'm worried I'll be in trouble for this, but seems odd to see her. Does she look like she's afraid?
I think I'm gonna
This
see
feels
this.
weird, so I'm gonna try to put a hand on her.
I'm gonna try to distract Lelu even more with annoying questions to try to divert her attention away from Imogen.
Make a presence check.
Spending home. All right. That is 22 plus. Well, I rolled an 11 and a 12.
Oh yeah.
5, 26, 27.
With
Fear.
ooh, a very juicy roll.
Very juicy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you try to get Leu Monks' attention, and you unfortunately get Leu Monks' attention.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you feel like you are being hunted by a wolf. Her eyes are on you, and you can tell she's looking. She might be looking through you. In any case, she's definitely weighing you and pricing the parts. So as you're talking, she's looking. She has the look of a murderer. How do you react to this?
I mean, I think I just keep ramping up.
Okay, that's what's going on in the background.
I put a hand on her shoulder and I kind of whisper, "Are you okay?"
This place. This is where they took me to our another problem.
Yeah, I know. It's not.
I don't mean the house. I mean here. Yes.
What are they gonna do? Spend a fear. Thank you, Pogbo.
Okay, spend a fear. I'm gonna spend a fear here too. Let me look at. This is that part. Okay. I'm gonna spend a fear here. And Imogen's eyes go white.
Oh, okay.
And she kind of stutters and stops speaking.
I can't really do much to help people.
She stumbles a little bit. She knocks into a box.
Well, I'll try to just catch her and guide her.
Leu is like, what's going on?
And in the meantime, I'm like, so is this fresh water or salt water?
It's a fucking lake. What do you
Do you
think?
take care of these fish, or are they just kind of
Do I take care of it's a fucking lake.
I mean, I don't know. I've seen lakes get overwhelmed by algae before. There's
still going on in the background.
There's care you have to take, or things are the ecosystem's gonna get out of whack.
She slapped you.
Oh goodness. Okay. And she's still white eyes.
She's sort of shaking. She looks like she has low blood sugar or something. She's pale.
I gave all my stuff to Sam. Listen, I wasn't here last time. I'm here now. I don't think I can do anything to help you, but I'm here, and if we're gonna be okay, we have to do something together. And I don't know what that is, and I really have a lot of questions I want to ask you, especially if I'm about to die. But we're here, and look, we're the most united any of our siblings and cousins have been in a very long time.
We can't let them know that we're not like them.
And I'm just do you have problems with leaks? Because it seems like you would have problems with leaks here. How do you deal with that?
She has dispatched Leo to just burn you with his touch.
Anyway, so,
just a reminder, you do have Sanct.
Oh,
if you think that might help.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's you become more charismatic, and also I think it's a
yeah. I'll just throw back a shot of that.
She goes and turns on the wellness loop machine.
Oh, okay.
You would recognize this. This is one of those places that Shibble got stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's infinite therapy.
cut back to you guys. You break out of the car.
Yeah.
You're in the car. Tamsin starts screaming. Tammany scrambles. What are you doing?
I jumped out of the car, so I'm on the roof of the car.
Are you gonna look
I'm
for the
looking
driver?
around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a knowledge check for me.
Knowledge.
I like how this is the opposite of when Shibble disappears out of the back of a car.
Yeah,
driving.
yeah.
Not bad. Okay. 18 with hope.
18 with hope. Nice. Mark your hope.
Taking a Slayer die instead of a hope. Sweet. I don't know if I'm gonna need it later.
Let me find. I want to find. I didn't link things. 1 sec, guys. There we go. 18, you said?
Yeah.
There is. I can't do it. There is a very stealthy guy behind a tree
Ooh.
next to you.
Fuck. Genuine in-character reaction. Shit. Like an actual shadow, or just like
Like somebody is waiting on the other side of that tree.
An ambush.
oh
Get him.
oh shit. How far away?
Probably
Ooh.
far the distance, I would say.
We're good.
But we're gonna go back to you real quick. You're inside the car. Tamsin is talking. They're at the lake house. They're at the lake house.
Yes.
They're at the lake house.
Yes.
Oh no. Okay. Who are you? You are not my sister. My sister's at the lake house.
My name is Nadezhda.
Oh.
Would you like some
Oh, you're that one. Okay. Okay. Tammany screaming. Tammany is crying.
Oh.
Absolutely. Like,
Never faced
she's
real peril.
wholly consoled in this moment. She is so happy. Tamsin says, okay, hold on. Slap. That little mushroom girl, she put me in a weird place. I'm back now. Okay. All right. Let's
Whoa.
by the way, you guys are about to get ambushed.
Great. By the way, we're about to get ambushed.
I know.
So I will
Okay.
charge at the person I see.
Okay.
Yay, Shibbo.
So all I need to do is succeed on an agility roll.
Okay. Yeah,
to
go ahead.
Move into melee range
All right.
on them. All right, so that is
Yes,
a 25 with hope to move into melee range.
You okay, so here's what was going to happen. I was about to spend a fear to do something else, but instead,
And then
here's-
I mark a stress to deal a d12 of damage to that person.
okay.
Yup.
Describe your action here.
I Warhammer in hand.
Nice.
Jump off the roof of the car and just full on sprint at that tree. And as I pass by, just whack. For
Too bad we're on ads right now.
Are we? Oh no!
very sad 3 damage.
3 damage.
The die had to run out sometime.
I'm so hurt.
Okay, well,
He's the Mr. Shadow Man.
Is it the chef?
No,
Wait.
I'm the chef's evil twin.
The war
Marcel.
So,
just 1d12 damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
just for showing up.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I mean, that's just the charge move to move into melee
yeah.
Okay.
and do damage just by moving into melee.
Yeah, Shibble did it at the club once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't actually count as like a weapon
We
attack.
can't be normal at the club.
yeah, it's not even an attack. It's just like
It's
This
just
is like essentially a concussive wave that you produce
Yeah,
by moving.
but I'm gonna hit them.
Yeah. So you
On my
do.
next turn.
slick.
I am. You hit a liquid shadow.
What?
Freaking-
That's not fair.
We've never seen that before.
It's a person.
Oh,
You hit a person who isn't a person, as in you hit somebody who isn't visible or there.
oh.
You hit an invisible person, not a drone,
Person.
a person.
It's a rogue.
Huh.
You're fighting a rogue.
Can I feel them mentally?
Yes, but spending a fear.
No.
What you specifically feel
Uh-huh.
is that they slip out of your grasp. You can react if you would like.
How do I react? Oh, wait. Yeah. I get an
Yeah,
attack of
yeah,
opportunity
yeah.
because I'm a warrior.
Yeah.
Okay. So when they attempt
Get him.
to leave, make a reaction roll using a trait of my choice against their difficulty. Okay. So I strength, obviously. We'll see how that goes. That is a hearty 11.
That does not.
And I can't help you because
Suffice.
I'm not in close.
I didn't think it would.
I'm so sorry.
So, the figure, the liquid smoke shape disappears. The door opens next to you. An arm reaches in, grabs you. We'll cut to you guys again.
Okay.
Okay.
I just threw back a shot of Segt
Okay.
because Esther told me to.
Or you could give it to your freaked out cousin. Or
She's
whatever.
already charismatic.
Okay.
Who did you face in the stopgap? I didn't recognize that name.
She's like shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I'm still
She
holding her
looks
shoulders.
ill. She puts a hand on your cheek. Her eyes clear up for a second. She says, "Know this. Everything I saw, you died."
In the meantime, Leo's just poking me.
Leo is literally just like setting your shoes on
And I'm
fire.
just like, is that like a new thing? Because I don't. That's
Leo is out of the trance that you have placed on her, and is like, "All right, let's go. Come on, we're going to the lake house, aren't we?
Sure.
Oh, but first, don't you have to take a little tour around here?"
Are you asking me to?
Certainly appear to be, don't I?
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
You are gonna take a little adventure,
A little wellness.
a little
loop
wellness.
of
You're gonna take a little
myself?
wellness run.
Oh, how
Um,
kind of you to worry about my well-being, Miss Monks.
Unless you want to just, do what your sister and your cousin
No,
couldn't
it's
do.
okay. I'll accept your generous gift.
Ah,
Thank you.
should I go too?
sure.
Okay. And then I put my shoes out.
Can you leave my stuff out? No. No, because they'll take it.
Wait, are you going into the wellness loop? This is basically she's offering to not torture you.
Yeah, I thought that's
Are you taking which of those are you taking?
the option to not be tortured.
Not be okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I want to be sure. I just want to be sure. Because I didn't know if you meant like I'll take the offer of a retreat.
Yeah, no, like her gift is that I do not have to be tortured. And
Yeah,
I am
I understand.
accepting
Yeah, okay.
that.
Yeah. So she says, you're smarter than the others. They all went through it. That sister of yours, something happened to her there.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
Yeah, it's something you say.
You guys like famous to hate each other.
Yeah, it's just something you say. You know, I've always deeply resented her actually because her
Good.
our mother.
And how do you
liked
feel about
everything
Imogen?
her. She's fine.
Imogen speaks up. I fucking hate her.
Imogen's not that bad. She's like, "Ugh."
Imogen is like, I hate Cordelia. I hate you.
Man, I hate you too.
I mean, she was pretty cool when I fired a gun through a window, so I got nothing against you.
I think Leo and oh my god. What? Yeah, Imogen. Leo and Imogen. My brain just said Ophelia. Leo and Imogen both look at you and they're like, you're on fire. Like your clothes are actually on fire.
Oh,
Sam, stop, drop, and roll.
and just dropped on the ground and start rolling around.
Thank you.
Hey, man, you're pretty damn.
Listen,
Spin a fear?
I'm not saying that.
Does that spin a fear?
Sam, stop, dropping, and rolling.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. We're actually we'll spin a fear here. Here's the fear I spent. The closet door opens as Leu Monks walks over and like opens this sort of like a wardrobe, and inside is her mech.
Oh. Okay.
She climbs up the front,
Gets in the mech.
straps herself in.
Impressive. Should we all have brought our most powerful accessories with us, Miss Monks?
No,
Okay.
makes my job easier.
Great.
Okay, we'll come back to you guys.
Okay.
Arm grabs you in the car.
Hello. Do you want to tell me who you are? Would you be the one person in this entire universe who answers a question that is asked of them? Wouldn't that be fun?
This person is going to make a strength check.
Oh.
You.
Pull you out of the car?
Dang.
That's maybe 17.
Yeah.
You get pulled out of the car,
Okay.
dragged along the ground.
Mhm.
I see.
You're in the woods.
Okay.
Can I turn around and see that though?
I would like to cast Hush.
Ooh. Powerful spell.
On a success, I spend a hope to conjure suppressive magic around the target that encompasses everything within very close range of them, and it follows them around.
What does it do?
It suppresses their magic.
It's kind of like silence.
Yeah, but what's the range on it?
Very
Or
close.
the AOE range.
Very close.
So it's like a column or something.
Probably
It's
a
like a
dome.
little bubble that follows them
Got
around.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's probably
A
radius.
very close bubble.
Got it.
Radius very.
Okay. You do that. Do you have to make a roll or anything for it?
It says
She's
I have to make a
spellcast
spell.
roll.
cast.
Yeah, that makes sense. Make a spellcast roll.
Okay. So that is 21 with hope.
Nice.
So,
21 with hope.
yeah.
We're doing so well rolling with hope.
You
I
see
said hello.
so you didn't see a person
Dick.
at first, but you suddenly do see a person in front of you as the like the mercurial look of liquid smoke falls off of this person. And you just see like a guy in like black sweater, black shorts, or sorry, not shorts. Flip flops.
Friday.
No, with like an earpiece, sunglasses, like hat.
What are these people? They're so sophisticated.
And he's like, "What?
I said hello.
You can see me?
Who are you?
You're Nadezhda Rinsu, right?"
I know who I am.
That's clear. We have Nadezhda.
Who? Okay.
Do I see this happen?
Kill this man.
You are looking at the car. I'm in my head. This is the opposite side of the car, but I'll say you can see that the door has opened. So the other door has opened, and the two girls have run out of the car.
All right. I'm running over.
Okay. One moment.
You can. If he's a man, you can see him above the hood of the car.
Yeah, it's a fancy car that's kind of low to the ground.
That's true. It is.
Kill this man, please. He did the fatal thing around Nadezhda, which is not answer a
I
question
spend
that I
a
have
fear.
asked him.
He answered the question with a question.
Yeah,
I spend a fear
unacceptable.
as 5 people with guns,
Easy. No
wearing
problem.
camo, stand up in this field, and are going to attack you.
Too sophisticated to be associated with Heir.
You can't spend 1 fear for 5 people.
No,
Come
they're
on.
minions. They're
They
they're
were already
minions. Yeah,
there. They're just making themselves
yeah,
known.
yeah.
They die
So,
in 1 hit.
yeah, they literally died in 1 hit.
Well, then start
Okay.
hitting.
Yeah.
Oh, they absolutely do not land.
Awesome.
Oh no, they.
Stormtrooper accurate.
Yeah, seriously. I think maybe like Tamsin smacks one and like you kick one and like you step on one.
Like one trips on a stick.
Yeah. And the other one is like, I was in the bathroom.
I trimmed this one dude as I was running out of the woods.
Yeah. You like kick somebody's helmet off.
There's
Yeah.
a random guy walking by who gets
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Okay, that was my last fear. I have no fear. I can't do anything.
So I'm going to. Could you attack? But then I'm going to just to set the stage for what I want to do.
Uh-huh.
Reach back to my invisible moose and take out my automatic weapon that
Okay.
deals 3d6 plus 3 magic damage.
Okay.
You are dead.
2 bad guys are still around.
5 minions and the one that grabbed Nadezhda.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll
Twitter
go
man.
for the one that's grabbing Nadezhda.
So that's just pretty far from where you are. I can't spend a fear right now because I don't have any.
So yeah.
That's the point.
Oh, I'm sad about it. Oh,
Did you just
I
declare?
see. Oh, that's funny.
Well, thank
I like it.
you.
Okay, so Pope Etten has declared.
The Pope of Hope. Anyway.
Hope. A pope
Alright.
in the trying
Pope,
time.
yay.
All right, so I run over to this guy and I whack him.
You can whack the 3 on your side. I imagine they're surrounding the car. Unless you want to charge.
There are all 5 of them are sort of around the car, all centered on like focused on aiming at the car.
Who do you want me to hit though?
This is a real we wish we had Rain of Blades situation.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do right
Fine,
now.
I'm gonna whack the nearest person. Does I'm gonna spend a hope for you want punch with that. Does a 14 hit?
Let me double check. No,
What do you?
they are,
3.
but
They're probably
it's
like
tier 3. Yep,
16.
they're literally 16. Yes, it's tier 3.
Libby remembers difficult calculation.
Yeah, I didn't make this very complicated. I was like, I'll just take what they say.
Mm-hmm.
So
The solo's
I think
probably an 18.
you go to like smack one, and he kind of just rolls out of the way.
14.
Shibble's
I can't do anything though. So you guys have the. Was that with hope or fear?
That was with fear. There.
Oh, I get a fear back.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Turn.
I spend a fear.
You don't have to spend a fear.
Oh, that's
but
true. Actually, I'm not going to
I
spend a fear.
rolled, so
That's
you
a
get
good
the
point.
spotlight.
That's true.
Unless you want to do one of those like spotlight multiple people.
Yeah, or like crazy.
I was going to do a strike, the minion strike,
Uh-huh.
which is going to be that is spend a fear. But instead of that, what I'm going to do is I think that this guy is going to try to punch you, Nadezhda.
I'd like to see him try.
So basically, he puts his hand on your forehead. He's not actually going to punch you. He's marking you.
Wait,
and
does that require magic?
it does not.
I'm trying to keep a lookout for you.
You basically he is target marked you. This is like a ranger ability.
Oh
kind of thing.
dear.
So
Better kill
basically,
you
all
first.
damage to you gets +1 d6 to
Woo. Okay.
and I think at this point, Tamsin pulls out a gun.
Go off, girl.
And he's gonna start
Shoots me in the
shooting.
face. I don't know.
Huh, she
Yeah,
wouldn't
I think
shoot you.
She's gonna shoot you.
What? Tamsin.
No, I'm kidding. First of all, not one. Second of all, I was joking. It really was gonna be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Tamsin. So
It's a
you
real
guys can
bumble
go.
bite. Okay. I guess I press my automatic weapon to the bottom of this guy's chin. Take my 23
Boom.
with fear.
Boom.
And I guess do 3d6 plus 3 worth of damage.
He's saving the fears for when it comes back to us, Parker.
1, 1, 2.
Wow.
Plus 3. 7 damage.
7 damage. I think. I need to double check.
Come on.
I mean, you definitely hit, but I want to look at the thresholds.
Probably minor.
Yeah, so
Certainly
7
a minor.
is it's a minor. I think what happens here is like you
Lost his ear.
Yeah, I think
Minor
yeah.
gunshot to the head.
I think you like hit like some armor on his neck, and it just sort of like
His neck
shatters.
is armored.
Yeah, it's ceramic armor like around it, and it just shatters, and he's like, "Fuck, I can't hear. God damn it! Ah." What are you guys looking to do?
She rolled with fear.
Oh, that was with fear, right? Sorry. I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm going to let you guys. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to play it as a PC moment. Tamsin runs up to you. She's like, "The cow, let's go.
The cow, let's go.
Grab the sorcerer.
Okay.
We have to get to my helicopter."
Okay. All right. I guess I'll go up to Nadezhda's
They're at the lake
guy,
house. My
and I'm gonna
sister
whack it.
is
You
at the
said
lake
get the
house.
sorcerer. I'm getting the sorcerer.
I'm just telling you. This is the
Stop
plan.
giving me verbal instructions.
Okay.
I'm not gonna remember them.
She pinches your cheek.
Okay.
Got it.
So I'm going up to Nadezhda's bad guy, and I'm gonna whack him.
Okay.
All right.
Shibble's a kinesthetic learner.
Using a Slayer die to get more for that. Okay. Does a...
Oh no.
Hold on. Okay, wait a minute. Spend 3 hope to get my warrior hope, so I'm getting a +1 on attack rolls until my next rest.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
very
that's
smart.
a really
That's cool.
good feature.
Also, using a hope to give him punch with that. So this is going to be a 10 + 3 + 3, 16.
Yes! You did it!
And I hit him.
Knowing tier 3 minions, you did it.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I am hitting him with the Warhammer for 3d12 + 11 damage.
Hey, you can still roll a 1, a 1, and a 2.
No,
I can
it
re-roll my
happens to me.
1s and 2s
not good
because
enough.
I'm a warrior. In any case, that's an 11, a 9, and a 4.
let's
Okay,
go.
so that's 13 + 11 makes 24 + 11, 35 damage.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you distribute each one of those dice to one of 5. So you can apply 1 to basically you can kill 3 of the 5 right now.
But I'm just trying to fight the one holding
Yes.
her.
Oh,
Trying
I'm
to
sorry.
fight
I thought you said the
Sweaterman.
minion. I
No,
apologize.
Sweaterman.
My apologies. Okay, then yes.
Turtleneck.
35. Making it
uh,
severe.
So this guy is not a minion.
Yeah, he's a...
He's a skulk.
He's a person.
He's a 17
Minions
DC.
are people too.
So can you do anything to raise your attack by 1?
I have manipulate magic.
I could spend another Slayer die
Yeah, you
and
can
make
do
it damage. All right. That's 5 more damage. So
No, not damage. I'm sorry. You want to raise your attack by 1 because you
Oh,
it's a 17, not a
that's right.
16.
He's
oh,
a
well then
17.
put the 5 on the attack.
You can do that.
So then
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
because Slayer die can be attack or damage.
What was the option that you were gonna?
Oh, I can manipulate magic to expend. I think it's only mine, but you cast a spell or make an attack. No, it can only gain a +2 bonus to the
Well, she got
result.
it. With
Yeah.
the Slayer die.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Okay.
35 damage. you said?
35 damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Get him, the cow.
The cow. The cow and the drug dealer.
Can you increase that by 1?
No, I'm out of tricks.
All right.
I am
Unfortunately,
out of tricks.
the threshold for severe is 36.
That's so sad.
But it's still major.
It's still a major.
I can probably get Nadezhda
I
away.
did mine best.
You did your best.
As he goes sprawling out on the ground.
Choice. Choice.
Oh, no choice.
Can the severe DC be 35?
Come on.
Everyone, creativity. Absolutely.
What if
It's now 35.
What if
Congratulations.
they have thing to say?
100%.
New choice.
New
Change
choice,
the
change
rules.
the DC.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I actually
Okay.
think that's perfectly legitimate here. That's so funny.
Whack.
Severe
Literally
whack. Just the man. Hit him with your axe or
Oh.
hammer, whatever it is you have.
Skills.
Full
bar
automatic
hammer.
weapon.
Barbarian.
Shibble coming up. Major. And by the way, this is why I don't attack people.
1, 1, and 2 with a dice you roll. That's so funny. In my head, his like helmet got blown
The
up.
world does not want me to
And now
attack
his
people.
entire head gets whacked off.
No, he's still there. He's still alive. He has 1 HP left.
Dang.
We're gonna come back to you guys.
I hate Imogen so much. Oh my god, I can't even look at her.
I mean, have you seen their paintings?
Wait, was that about me? God, friend is mean.
Damn, yeah, what the hell?
I don't know. I'm just going with the crowd.
I mean,
Leo's like, that was brutal.
He was like, I burned people, but that was worse than.
Yeah, let's just burn. Leu Monks walks out
in the mech
in the mech suit.
I'm so confused right now.
Yeah.
He's showing off, says Imogen.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's super cool. I just want to be clear. It's extremely cool.
She nods. I know. It's kind of my thing. Kind of what I do. Leo slaps Leu. Don't ever fucking say that. Don't ever say that. So yeah, Leo gets on a hoverboard, a literal hoverboard.
Did we just misbring your cool vehicle to work day?
Yeah, I have a cool vehicle.
No,
It's in the
we
shop.
prepared for this. He says, "Hi, we prepared for this in advance for weeks. But you were,
And you chose to have it on my birthday?
yeah,
I imagine Leo just doing like a kickflip and like.
yeah, he is absolutely. He's like down the hallway as Leu Monks is.
Okay, I'll just walk at a normal person speed.
Imogen is like, I can't allow her in. You're now the heir.
Yes.
Only you can allow her in. I can't.
Should I?
Look to Imogen.
Stamp the
If
front
you
door.
want to sort out, just let us know.
Don't have a plan.
So I should comply with Miss Monks?
Yes, but part of the compliance here is going to be to be mean to each other and
That's
attack
fine.
each other. And
I don't care.
he's going to try to use this against each other. You know how she is.
Yeah. Did they understand how much power the stopgap has? And should I let them know?
Are you asking?
Imogen.
Okay.
I'm asking Imogen.
I think
Imogen
At
is.
this point, Sam pulls out his list of burns against Cordelia that were too mean to actually say. It's like, I've been saving this.
Saying there's no reason for you to do that.
How did she was saying we had to be mean to each other?
Me and her. Fine. Do what you want. I didn't
All
even
right,
want
Leo,
you here.
take this.
I don't know. I'm not entirely included in what she does or doesn't know right now.
Okay, I've been kind of nerfing myself.
Can I tell you something really weird?
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered what would happen if you became the Eidolon?
I do not wish to be the idol, and I think
No. You are now the Fraced heir. And
the phrase.
Ardent. What would happen if you became the Eidolon? Whose god would that be?
Well, there's like no phrase left.
You have
The god of my
300
son.
plus people.
Well, Sam took 100 of them.
Yes,
Sending a lot of them over the ocean.
I guess. I don't know.
Cut to the scene of them getting on a boat.
Just like a crate full of oranges.
yeah.
I really don't think Eidolons should exist, and I really
I
want
don't
to
know. That's
kill
not the point I'm making.
them.
That's not it. I don't agree, but you misunderstand. I need you to take my place.
Oh,
I'm not priest anymore.
that's true. Your mother made you an Ardent.
Yes.
I don't know why.
It was a power move.
Why?
She brought me
Wait, we
here.
know that Imogen went through the phrase trial and didn't.
Yes, and she didn't answer who she evaded my question, which was who she faced in the stopgap. Yeah, who did you face and why did you not take it? I didn't recognize their name.
You have another brother.
There is another phrase.
Are you just erased from memory?
Yeah. Well, sort of. He was not legitimate.
Wait, does that mean that
So there-
Cordelia is not the least respected phrase? Because I feel like
So
this is
you
a big
mean to
deal.
tell me so Sam was right? All of those names were illegitimate children that were here for the sole purpose
Some
of
of them,
being
not all of
killed?
them, no. Not all of them, but some of them, yes.
That's diabolical.
Sometimes your father killed his brother
Okay. But I didn't recognize the name because
because he's dead.
yeah,
Because he's gone.
just permanently
Yeah.
non-existent.
Yeah.
But you didn't kill that guy.
No.
So is he alive?
Yeah. Somewhere.
Okay.
But he's not a phrased.
No.
It didn't recognize him as a phrased.
And that's why you couldn't win?
No, I didn't. I chose not to kill. I
How-
chose to turn back.
How did you get to face him if he wasn't a phrase?
I was still enough of a phrase at the time to power the
By yourself.
yeah.
Oh, so Cordelia wasn't enough of a phrase to power it. So
Well, I mean, I'm less than she was, I guess.
Not anymore.
That's true. Weird. Okay, this whole stuff really confuses me, but this guy's out here. You didn't kill him. I didn't kill anybody that I know. I must have killed somebody, but
She looks at you.
there was nobody there. There was no one there. I did it by myself.
lost phrase, Ben.
Okay,
It
anyway,
could have been one of the
one of
half siblings.
just died randomly, even though they didn't enter.
I don't think it has some of them.
How many siblings do I have?
I only know of 3. All of those are dead except for the one that I released.
Okay. Okay, well, interesting. And they're my father's children?
Yes.
So they are phrased.
Yes.
But they're not. They're immune to the Cordelia.
Yes, they are unfortunately immune.
Leo is absolutely like zooming past you guys, like doing full
going
pipe.
all the way up.
Kick
Yeah,
flip,
yeah.
Yes, I have a dagger that is only useful on my mother's children, including me.
That's remarkably inconvenient.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, any half thing.
Well, yeah,
but
any
it's still
half
like,
fairy or half elf it works on, but that's specifically,
I mean, I guess your sister.
yeah, but like we don't need to kill her.
okay.
She's a socialite.
All I'll say is that she's.
I do
She's-
deeply resent her on some level, but it's
Yeah,
been a long
no,
time.
I mean, yeah, she got the easiest of it all.
Hmm.
Also, she can fly.
Yeah, sure. Rub it in, Imogen.
At this moment,
I
we
hate
cut
you.
back to you guys. Tamsin saying, "To my helicopter, let's go."
Okay, you will realize helicopters don't work now.
This one does. I can fly. I know how to fly.
Uh-huh.
It's a regular helicopter.
Ah. So, like the ones that Leo was working on.
That's right. You know Leo and Ozzy?
You know Leo and Ozzy?
Yeah.
Look at that smile.
I'm so pissed. I'm so angry
Ozzy
that
and
all I
hang
can
out.
do is
We hung
smile.
out in the dream place.
They were in the dream place.
Ozzy and I, yeah. We've been like passing notes back and forth about mechanical inventions. He's a really good engineer.
Wait. Leo is the one working.
Yeah,
under
all three
Leu
of
Monks,
us.
And Ozzy is passing notes between you
Yeah.
in the dream place.
Yeah.
Where is that?
It's where I've been. I don't know.
Where the mushroom put you.
The mushroom girl put me there.
The mushroom knows where my brothers are and didn't bother to
No,
tell me.
she didn't know that they were there. She put me there to protect me from whatever the hell that lady was going to do to me. Leu Monks, not that lady. I hate that bitch. She was going to torture me the way she tortured Imogen.
Anyway, the man on the ground, we can kill him.
Yeah, I take it yes, that you can.
So you have the premonition, yes?
No.
You knew we were going to get attacked?
No. I mean,
You
yes.
said we were
No,
going
I
to get-
did because I just happened to see that on the way when I got here. I've been away in something and I just got put back into my body. I haven't been here. And when I got here, I saw people.
Did you see a badge of any kind? What they're
badge?
from?
Oh, yes, I did. Vision and Codex.
Oh,
Those assholes.
juicy.
They had a name on a list. It was yours. They're looking for you.
Everybody wants Nadezhda.
Anyway, kill him. Please.
He's unconscious on the ground.
I will
Not
take,
unconscious. He's conscious, but he's like rolling around.
I will take
He was not prepared
a
to
can of soup.
He's not much of a fighter. He's an infiltrator.
Take a
Is he
can
still-
of soup out of the
Yep.
frunk.
Oh, by the way, Tamsin has my lizard with her.
Oh, okay.
Can we at least, maybe we can interrogate him? Can we at least
I was gonna kill him with a can of soup.
try? Okay. Hey, you,
Do you actually want
man
to
on the
target him,
ground. Tell your minions to back off or they will all die. And tell us what we want to know
As
or
you
you
say
will die.
this, like a hole opens up in the space above you.
Oh, God.
A disguise spell of some sort has been wiped aside as like flying over top of you is a mechanical helicopter.
Is that yours, Tamsin?
Nope, that's not
Okay.
me.
I'm going to go ahead and spend, I guess, 4. Do you have to roll to kill him?
Do
yeah,
I
you'd have to. Yeah,
It's a
you have to
disguise.
attack. It's a 17, but I'll knock it down. I'll knock the DC down.
17?
I'll knock the DC down by 2 because he's intentionally
laying on the
just laying
floor.
on the ground in front of you.
He's like, stoops on.
I'm not hitting.
Okay. I'm going to.
Can't hit
Was that what
Ben.
over here?
beer.
Look, he is saving it all for his part.
Ah.
Well, I also have all my spendable resources. So
Okay. I'm going to spend 4 hope to blink me, Shibble, Tamsin, and Tammany out. I do have to make a spellcast roll.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it makes
or you
it.
could blink onto the helicopter.
Supersedes interrogation.
Or you could bro throw me onto the helicopter.
But you don't know who's in the helicopter.
Hey,
It's
a
okay, I'll
rope
show
has
it that
fallen
way.
down and somebody's roping down right now.
come get us.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we blink out and
To where? There's a range on that, right?
Pretty far.
far range.
I'm gonna spend a fear on this while you are
You could blink into the woods, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So you can actually no, I'll hold that fear. You go ahead and you can make that roll.
I succeeded.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
They blink
So
into the woods.
You blink into the woods. A special forces operative from like an 80s movie, except instead of it kind of looks like Predator if Predator were liquid.
It's like Jehovah.
Yep.
Liquid.
Drops to the ground with a thud, and the rope comes back up. Guy looks around. The hole closes in the sky above him, above where you were, and he's looking for you. It's gonna be 16. What is your evasion?
11? but I have a feeling like being
Yeah, you
how
intentionally
far away.
hid. So we're gonna
You could do a finesse roll.
you can do a finesse roll.
That's hot. She's decent at that if I remember correctly.
Oh, that is with hope. But it is a 6.
You think you're hidden.
We better move, even though we are
Tamsin cocks her gun.
very well hidden.
I'm gonna roll for Tamsin on this. Man, I should never use these dice.
Tamsin shooting.
Sorry, you have a complaint about how you're rolling?
I rolled a 3, a 1, and a 6.
Guys, you want to know something crazy?
What?
I have not rolled at all yet this session.
Are you serious? Oh my god.
The dice have been charging.
They're still all on one.
Okay, so that's
Did
You're
Tamsin
doing
shoot
your
it?
Dragon Ball Z dice chart.
Tamsin's looking for the guy who fell out of the sky. I think she can't find him.
Can I find him?
You can try.
Try how?
Knowledge check.
Knowledge check. 11 with hope.
Live with hope. Mark your hope. That does not succeed. You don't see anybody.
Just run away.
Okay.
But I
Where are we?
You're like in a field.
But outside of the city?
Yeah.
The lake house
All
is
right.
far away.
Where is your helicopter?
She just sort of like
Can you call it?
does like this. She's like, yeah, it's like 1.5 miles northeast.
Let's run.
I guess we'll run.
I'm gonna spend a fear here. As you go to run, and there is gunshots at you at your head. Because the sidearm reaches far distance. Oh my god. That's so bad.
These spy.
Literally the same.
Haha.
Okay, the third one does land. But it's almost no damage. So 2 points of damage. As the
To who? Just her?
to her. As
Okay, Vision and Codex, are they?
They're Jehovah.
Yeah.
They're Jehovah?
They're Sam's other job.
there's Sam's job.
They're the
That's true,
social
Sam doesn't
media
have-
company,
Technically,
right?
Sam's
Yeah.
job is now to annoy Cordelia.
I'm being hunted by the social media company?
Yeah.
Is the shooting coming from the predator?
Yep.
We're within far range?
Yeah.
Bro,
Is
throw
there-
me.
You're exactly in far range.
Bro, throw me.
Okay.
Is there special forces team called the Moderators?
Yeah.
No, I just call them the covert force.
But the moderators is better.
Moderators is better. It's way better. Now it is. Now the
Okay.
hold on, let me edit my document real quick.
Meanwhile, I'm doing things. I'm getting bro thrown, which only requires me to mark a stress, but since I'm a fearbulg, I can roll a d6, and on a result of 6, I don't have to mark that stress.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
that just happened.
That's rad.
Yeah, a
Nice.
legendary creature.
Bro throwing, I get advantage on the attack. So rolling to attack, that's pretty bad, though. That is gonna be it's with hope. I will say that. So 8, 12, 15, 16 on the predator.
On the predator, this is the cipher. No, 17. Can you burn anything to raise it by 1?
Do you want punch with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you land it. Okay.
All right, cool.
Oh, auto crit from Etten. I think. Audience Ex Machina?
Yeah.
Oh,
Plus,
+1.
yeah. But okay, no, hold on to that. Hold on to your Audience Ex Machina. We will actually no, unburn your thing.
Unburn.
We'll just add that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that works. That works.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So I got my hope back. All right, rolling for damage. It's pretty good, pretty good. 12 plus 5 plus 8. So that's 25 plus 11, so 36 damage this time.
Woo! Go Shibble.
All right. He has 7 HP. Okay. So that is a severe.
Yes.
And you should just put some stuff. So you how much I guess how does your attack work? It's a bro throw.
Yeah, so the card is boost. So
Okay.
boost off a willing ally within close range. Perform an aerial attack against a target. You have advantage on the attack. Oh, I forgot. I'm also supposed to add a D10 to the roll, but it's still severe. So
Okay. So yeah, I guess
36
you.
plus a
Yeah.
D10.
Okay.
And you remove within melee range of the target.
Yeah. Okay. So you're now immediately next to an invisible person who's sort of liquidy, like.
But I can feel.
But you can feel him.
Okay.
We should have
You can
known
feel
at
he's
least
hurt.
BC
You still
when we
have
heard
you still have the
material.
spotlight. It was with hope.
Sure. Can I hit him again?
Yeah.
Continue killing him, please.
I'm doing my best, Nadezhda.
You're doing great.
I'm rolling so bad, but it is still with hope. That's a 16 again.
Did you spend a you-want punch with that?
I could.
You would have to
You have
land
to.
it.
He's
So I hit him again. Hee hee.
That's crazy that a 5 gets to a 16.
Yeah.
So that's 11 plus 4 plus 5 plus 11.
It's
31?
26 plus 9. Yeah, 39.
Oh, okay. All right.
31
So that's
damage.
Mm,
Major, probably.
major. Yeah.
So you have to do one more
That was with hope.
major. and
One
then
more
you're
major.
good.
Yeah.
Can I hit him again?
One moment. I'm gonna do a. I'm gonna spin a fear here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Oh, I
activate
march
the
HP.
the strike minions again.
Fine.
You are about to get shot.
Me?
No.
Okay.
You're
I
right.
assume I'm an obvious target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a
Right.
My evasion is 12.
18 on the first roll.
Okay.
Yep.
And 16 on the second roll. That's before I add the attack modifier.
Those both
So
hit.
those both hit.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be wait, no, did I do this right?
Can I use armor on these attacks?
Yes, you can. They are gunshots.
Hammerhead skull versus bullet.
It's
They're
two
gonna look
teeth
like-
get like
They're gonna look like
ding,
piercings.
okay, so geez, okay. Yeah, they only do it's 1 and 4 damage respectively.
Okay, so 2 minor damages, and they're both going to my armor.
Okay. So yeah, you lose 2 of your shark teeth.
Okay.
I cannot spend any more fear right now because I will lose all of my fear if I do that. So
You need it.
Whack.
Is the helicopter mechanical or magical?
I can't.
But it had a cloaking spell.
Mm-hmm. The helicopter is mechanical. Cloaking spell around the helicopter is magic.
Who's on there that can do a cloaking spell?
Some mage.
Somebody.
Is the rope still down to the ground?
No, it went back up. I will say it's a freaking helicopter. It's not like it's floating. It's really easy to see where the air direction is. Like it's basically announcing its presence on the ground. You know.
But just kill the guy. I feel like the helicopter's
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Kill the
irrelevant.
predator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because y'all are trying to get out of there. You're not
yeah,
trying to
well-
wipe them out.
You're also trying to. You were like, boy, we could use a helicopter right now, and then a helicopter showed up.
Well, that's true.
But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
an evil helicopter.
Yeah, but
It's
you just kill all the
probably-
guys who own the helicopter, and then you
But
self
it's-
run.
Almost certainly being tracked somehow, right? You track things.
I mean, yeah, but what are they going to do?
Then another helicopter.
I can take out my automatic weapon and aim it at the predator.
Yeah.
Okay.
And can I use the experience breaking beige?
Yeah.
Probably could.
Anytime you use an automatic weapon, you're breaking beige.
Okay. So that is, in that case, it is a 19 with hope. Let's do another 3d6. 3. Okay. That
7.
7 plus 3, which is 10.
10 is a minor
So that means all Shibble has to do is literally hit.
at all. Just
then-
land a
yeah.
hit.
Go to hell, math,
Was yours with
man.
hope or fear? Did we say?
Mine with hope.
With hope. Okay. Do you
Yeah,
guys still have the thing? I think Tamsin cocks a gun.
Okay.
Did Tamsin have a gun this whole time?
Yeah.
Did nobody check?
Yes.
I'm not gonna go through her.
Nobody checked
pocket.
anything.
Who do you think I am? I also don't really like her that much.
Well, also, like, of all the people who shouldn't have a gun, is the person who's so traumatized they won't talk.
Whose consciousness was literally somewhere else.
Yeah. What's the roll?
It is a 12 with fear, so that turns into a 16 with fear, which I'll spend my experience to make it an 18 with fear.
So that lands.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Which means that yeah.
She's dead.
Dong. Dong. Guy just sort of comically spins around and falls over. The helicopter is still absolutely announcing itself exactly where it is.
That-
40 feet overhead.
Bro.
Someone needs to come back out of the woods to bro throw me, though.
Well, at this moment, we're going to cut back to you guys. So you guys can figure out what you want to do. But yeah, so where were
I do want to ask Imogen, what happens to someone when they become an Eidolon?
you kind of become like a conduit for something to pass into reality.
But, I mean, you still seem like you, to some extent.
I am me.
So it didn't
I'm-
overwrite your personality.
No. I think Eidolons are ourselves still. We're just more of ourselves in some ways, I think.
Do you think what happens to you if I become the Eidolon?
I don't know for sure though. My
And
theory is I
You
die.
don't have a soul print that
No,
they have,
I don't.
so your death is permanent.
Yeah.
Do you think that I should do it?
You don't have a soul print either.
But I signed it to them. What did I sign? If
Eidolons can't give up their souls.
So I'm already an Eidolon.
No, you are the spare.
I'm so confused.
Wow, that is the story of
Imogen.
Cordelia's life.
But that changes nothing.
They're
I-
keeping you in pocket.
Oh, I
But
would back
If
up.
you
but-
became an Eidolon, then you would have repossess your soul and they couldn't resurrect you, I think.
I see. That's quite the conundrum. I don't particularly wish to kill you, even though you are an Eidolon, and I do think all Eidolons should die.
What happens to
Because the gods are dangerous.
that exist if their Eidolon goes away?
Our purpose is just to bring them into the world. I don't even know if we survive it.
I mean, you'd have to see if Alina Vet.
Yeah, I guess we
Is
don't know
alive?
about the Eidolons from Jehuber.
Yes, you do. Alina was the Eidolon. Right?
I think you might be right. Do we know? But I guess we don't know what happened to them.
No,
She's-
you do. 'Cause
she's-
you met Jehuber.
Jehuber. She introduced him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we know that there can still be Eidolons and gods at the same time.
You see her sort of like a weight off her shoulders. She's like,
Yeah.
okay, all right, that's
But
good to know.
We don't know who the Eidolon for Athenion is, right?
No, their first try was that kid Lalo,
Yeah.
but he died.
He died, and that ended that.
Yeah, iteration.
They all have one. All
I-
of them have one.
Every corporation has an Eidolon.
Do
Yeah.
we know who would have
Well,
been?
the-
This is like an above the table question because Sam
Yeah.
doesn't know this. Do we know who would have been the Eidolon for the crystal tree god that did?
You would have no idea.
Like
we
I
don't
know I
anything
don't
about-
know because I don't even know that's a god. I'm just like curious.
No, you guys would not unless you know the people involved, you wouldn't
Hmm.
have like any good reason to assume that somebody were or were not an eidolon in a moment.
Imogen, there can be no more gods. I am keeping the Vexen god asleep. I don't know why.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to unpack that later, but
I don't know why.
here's the deal. Okay, they're using me to bring this god into the world.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that god against.
Okay, great.
That's exactly what I'm working on.
Wait, what do you mean?
He wants to make a
I want
god,
to
which I
create a
think is
god that will-
stupid.
Kill all the other gods.
That's what they're all doing. They're all doing
Yeah, but
that.
this one, their only purpose is to kill all the other gods and do nothing
A
else.
god of god killing?
If they're literally have them down as the god of maltheism.
Oh,
But each one,
do we have to like form a company now?
he
I'm-
has a company.
I'm working on forming a
No,
religion.
no, I can bring a god to you.
I need you to talk to my friend at entertainment.
Hope.
The Pope.
But there can be no god, no more gods, Imogen. It
I
wakes
think
up
the
the
only way to
Vexen
make
god.
sure that we don't have any more gods is to have a god that kills all the other gods and then himself.
You're not going to take away from me the revenge that I have planned.
Okay, valid. Counterpoint, I cannot force all of Vescarre to sing the Vexen god to sleep.
You just need a really catchy song.
Again, what?
That is what I have been doing while I was gone.
What does the Vexen got to do with anything? There
You-
is no Vexen god.
Okay, look.
There is
you
a
know how,
Vexen
like,
god.
If Jehuba and Athenian god are here in terms of badness, Vexen god's like up here. He's way worse.
And he's watching me for some reason.
And he almost woke up, but we sung him back to sleep.
You're not being watched. I can see.
So he's not watching anymore? He was.
We were being watched by like 4 different people.
The only divine eyes on you are me.
Really?
What about Nadezhda's eyes? That's still there?
Actually, yeah. I think that at this moment, she's like, and there's somebody who's been watching us this whole time.
Yeah. Even though it should be way beyond very far range, so it's very strange that it still works.
It is powered
She's
by
like-
resentment.
Well, if anything, that's even more concerning because it means there is no one to sing him to sleep. And if he wakes up,
What are you talking about seeing him to sleep? Listen, there is no real Vexen god. No, the Vexen god is just reality itself.
the collapse of reality and entropy and everything that we know is deceased. As far as I understand.
Make a presence check.
And I've just drank some synced, so what
Yeah.
does that do mechanically?
It
It's
adds,
advantage?
it's yeah. It's
So I get double advantage. Because she's a noble and I'm talking to her.
Mhm.
So I get privilege. Been a beer?
Spend a beer. All
Whatever.
right, one moment.
Okay.
I will do that in just one moment. This
That's
is
5,
Coffee State in
11,
California. Welcome. Oh, hey,
16,
first time chat. Cool.
17, 18 with hope. And I can, actually, I'm going to spend a hope to use I can spot your weakness because she's scared.
She's terrified.
And that's a 20 with hope.
Okay, so what exactly are you? What is the message you're trying to impress on her?
That,
Like,
that,
as
that
directly-
God is real and dangerous.
Okay, but not about sleeping per se, or not about like the other mechanics.
I mean, we can
Imogen, how much influence do you have on the god they're trying to make?
perhaps.
figure it out. Listen, I understand. You see, like, again, whites, like eyes flash silvery white for a second, and then gold actually for that, and you kind of see that same weird outline of wings,
Hmm.
and they extend into the water.
How did they make you?
They kind of look like mentacles.
How did they make you an idol?
There's different ways it happens. Sometimes it's an accident. There's a way to like focus it all. An eidolon is basically just an exhaust pipe.
Listen, I don't really care how eidolons are made. I want to make sure you understand.
So we can talk about the Vexen god metaphysics later.
But like
I
you get that
appreciate-
it's dangerous.
I didn't take it seriously, and I apologize. That's new and news.
Hmm.
Nobody believes in this creature that you are
Well,
referring
they
to.
shouldn't.
Even Vexens don't believe in this creature. So I'm lost, and we'll have to talk about it. I have some books.
Right.
I'm working on assembling believers that I think I can focus towards what you're trying to
An
create.
army of the faithful is what you're saying.
Being I literally started it like earlier today, so
Okay, but you're saying you already. This is good because I need an army of the faithful.
yeah, that's my goal. I think right now I
And
just
you
have a
need to
handful of
not
weapons.
have an army of the faithful.
I want none.
If you become an Eidolon, something will happen, and I don't know what. And I think she is worried
About me being an Eidolon and
I don't
something
know what the
happening.
deal is, but something's weird.
But she wants me to be an Eidolon.
Why did she pick me over you?
Because, well, I don't know. Because I killed Morella and she had an emotional attachment to her. Maybe. She's a very petty person.
That's certainly true.
Would you would you anoint the killer of your weird long-term off and on girlfriend into a seat of power?
I mean, I guess it depends on how we ended.
Like they were still on at the time, kind of.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Did Imogen become a Eidolon while we were in Vex?
Yes.
Or was it before?
It was while
we
you
were
were
in
gone.
So yeah, that's the other thing is we weren't there.
Yeah, it's
So-
true. I was silencing the vexing god.
Okay. I have to get used to the fact that the Vexen God exists.
Yeah, I know you
But
think I'm
don't tell
sounding a
anyone
legit
it's
crazy.
just going to cause trouble.
What's interesting about that to me is where does the Vexen God come from, and how is that related to what we are calling gods?
I
That's a
don't know. I
good
just know
question.
that
They won't tell us.
Who's that?
Oh, God, the Vexen God's boss. It's way worse. Go on.
Huh?
Copy that.
not Cal.
Oh, Canada. Sorry. Yeah.
Listen,
Word.
Imogen, I do not serve the vexing god, okay? I oppose the vexing god in the sense that I'm trying to keep it from manifesting.
She's confused. But she's trusting you.
I'm
Anyway,
confused
we
too.
trust you. Just
I'm
say-
sorry,
tell us what
Nadezhda,
we need
for
to do,
renouncing
what
your
we need to
god.
do.
Well, right now we need to figure out
God doesn't
whether or not
care.
it's a good idea to let her into the lake house.
I mean, it seems like it's not. We could probably kill her.
She can't get in, and she's been trying to get in.
If you want us to try to kill her, we probably could.
Well,
You literally cannot kill.
will she let me not let her in? Because, like, she
No.
could kill me 1,000 times and bring me back 1,000 times.
Me.
Unless you become an Eidolon.
Therein lies the rub. So, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a pretty powerless individual in certain situations, such as this one.
Close situation.
I think at this point you guys are now cresting a big walkway out into like an open like flat cement dock that leads up out of the water into like a point with like a big burning torch made of gold. And like across the water from there you can see the massive braced lake house. And we'll come back to you guys.
Well, first of all,
Oh yeah, sorry.
But
Actually,
they're
8:30.
They're about to kill this man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
They
do that.
killed this man. They're
We
about
killed
to
the guy.
sleep
Yeah.
on helicopter.
Do you guys want to take a break now, or do you want to come back? You guys, what do you think? We have cake break at 8:30. That's my late cutoff time.
We could break and come back.
Okay.
yeah,
We'll take a cake break. And when we come back, we'll visit the murderous group of people trying to find a helicopter that isn't the helicopter that's following them.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we'll be about 10 minutes. Hang out. We'll be back. Thank you. Welcome back from Kaiki Brikey. I don't know why I did that.
Get out of here, Leu
Okay.
Monks.
Thank you for the delicious cake.
Yes,
Yeah.
we had
It was very good.
the
very
cake
good.
version of a Jaffa cake, which is weird to say
It's
that.
just making me thirsty, so I can
It's
eat it slowly.
incredible. This was made by Esther,
Mhm.
who she brought in. It's like
It's
yellow cake.
chocolate, and raspberry.
What's the ganache made from?
Raspberry and
And
chocolate.
oh, the ganache is an entire package of chocolate chips
Oh, that
and
makes sense.
butter.
Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Nothing else.
I was like, this is so deliciously rich.
It is lazy cake. I
Oh,
never have a recipe for it.
like Lazy Town.
You just melt stuff in different pots, and then just slap it on top of a cake.
Vibe cake.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
let's kill this guy.
we return
okay.
to these.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll come back.
Uh-huh.
You killed him.
We are
I
in a
did. I made the
field.
final hit.
There's a car in the middle of
I
the
think that
field.
deserves one of
Well,
these.
we killed.
To kill a
We
predator.
killed the predator guy.
The predator's dead.
We still have that guy that I mistakenly made you not kill. That was a real mistake. That was a real mistake on my part. From now on, you should kill at will. And
No, they both
Which
have
one's
5
at will?
minions.
they both have 1 HP right now.
Okay.
So
Let's murder.
Are we whacking?
I think yeah.
Do you think we should do these every time?
I think
No.
Tamsin's gonna just shoot the guy in the head. She failed.
Has she noticed the lizard in her pocket?
Wow,
No,
I'm
I don't think she
finally
does.
rolling good. That's a 22 with hope on the dice.
Okay.
Well, she better take care of him. I worked
So
very
I hit
hard
someone.
to illegally
Which one?
import him from Vex.
What are my
Invisible
options?
guy or guy on the ground?
Invisible
Ooh.
guy's dead.
No, he has 1 HP right now.
No, she succeeded.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
we
That's
hit him
right.
right
I
in front,
forgot.
right.
Yes,
So-
I forgot. That's true.
She's,
So yeah, you have.
out.
There's only guy on the ground who's squirming.
And 5 minions.
But they're gonna
They're gonna
roll
as soon as you kill
They
this
don't
guy,
care.
they're gonna disappear.
All right, like,
They don't stick around.
so on a 22 with hope, plus my modifiers, so a 26 with hope.
Yeah. So
I killed a guy on the ground.
mark your hope.
Did.
I'm assuming you just in my head you just stomp on his head.
Well, no. As I said several minutes ago, I took a can of soup out of the
right.
and I spiked the can of soup onto his skull.
blunt force
Stewed border.
trauma.
Just trauma. Yeah, okay. So you now you have a can of tomato soup that's open.
It's mixing with the blood.
Yeah. You did open it
Salty.
upside down
Salty.
because you hit him with the bottom of the can.
Oh, now it's all dented. You can't, can't eat that.
Well, I can eat it if I eat it now before it gets to the botulism.
It's like when you open a beer to shotgun it and you're just like, ugh. It's like that, but with soup. Yeah. The helicopter takes off invisibly overhead, announcing its presence, moving away from you as the other two are going to scramble. They both got 15 and 14, so they're gonna try to run away on finesse checks. Do you want to do anything about it?
Can I get thrown onto the helicopter?
Helicopter's way over. It's like I said, 40 feet, I think. I mean, you could try.
No, it has to be within.
get
It
thrown
has to
into
be
the
within
helicopter
far
blades.
for a bro throw.
I don't think it'd be within
Just
four.
let him go.
Yeah.
You guys have to come rescue.
Yeah, but that helicopter would facilitate that.
Yeah, hijacking a helicopter.
We
Well,
wouldn't.
guess we're not hijacking a helicopter, so
All right, let's go to your helicopter. Or I could summon a midnight spirit to trip one of the guys from Vision and Codex and we can interrogate him.
we could interrogate someone. That could be fun.
All right. The problem is, okay, I spend a hope to summon a midnight spirit. Whooshed up my arcane sense to find the guy who was the most magical mojo.
None of them.
They're minions.
They are minions. They have nothing. These are NPCs to the nth
Okay.
degree.
It's
Can
like
I-
the JV basketball squad.
Yeah.
Did I
Middle school JV.
take my
It's
magical
my first mission.
arcane sense
Literally.
and try to find some sort of thing on either the predator or
Oh yeah, for sure.
ops guy that might give us information?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
do
mean,
that.
when I say nothing, I mean they're not magical, but you can still ask them questions. You can just because they're not magical doesn't mean you can't. They have
no,
they
I've
have
never gotten a straight answer from anyone, and you've told me that
I mean,
they're worth.
I'll tell you
nothing,
this:
and
if you want to terrorize them into telling you, you can make a presence roll. You have pretty good presence.
awesome. Okay, so I spend a hope to get my midnight spirit, trip the guy nearest.
Okay, I want to propose that given that Shibble just killed someone with a can of soup, she should have advantage on this to terrorize them.
Yeah.
Shibble just killed someone with a can of soup.
I mean, they are already running away, so yeah, I'll say that's probably fair.
Okay. Presence. And I'm going to use
Chuck a can of soup at one of the fleeing ones.
Even the Gods Are Afraid, which gives me a +4. So that is with hope. 16 plus 4 is 20. 24.
24. Okay.
So I sort of
Let me actually check the stats I have for them.
A very appropriate role for torturing someone into giving you information.
Mhm.
You could Jack Bauer them.
I'm going to take out my box of moans, open it up, and say, I stuff you in there, or you tell me everything you have. Click.
It's so funny. I love this idea.
Not even I know
Okay.
what's going on with that.
Okay. So on a 12 plus 1, on a 13, you have disarmed emotionally and literally this guy who's wearing basically a ghillie suit. And his gun is not near him, like he threw it when he ran. And you're just looming over him with a can of soup and a Bible
I picture he's
and a
just
box
like
of
a
moans. Yeah.
17-year-old with really bad acne.
More or less, yeah. He's dressed impeccably well though.
Oh, you have found Nadezhda.
That's the
Why did you want Nadezhda?
I don't ask questions, I just do what I'm told.
Hello, did you hear them say anything about Nadezhda?
Yeah, we were told to collect Nadezhda Erinsu. That was the mission.
Why?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Could you check your little social media feed?
They didn't post it in public.
Then why did you tell me to get one of these guys if they've got nothing?
Make a instinct check for me.
So that's 10
With hope or fear.
with fear.
Oh no.
You recognize this kid.
Who is he?
You knew him from church.
They've infiltrated your church.
Oh, you probably know his mom.
You do.
You are in so much trouble.
Okay, yeah. He faints. I'll do a roll. No, I mean he's just shaking.
So?
I don't know. I really don't. All I know is, look, they're trying to track this guy. I don't know anything really about him.
Who is trying to track?
The bosses. They're,
Visage and Kodak.
yes,
Who is the guy?
Nico Laterre. And your brother is a known accomplice, and we want to know why. That's all I know.
Okay. Could you go back and tell them I also
gonna
want
let
to
me
know
go?
why? Yes. Shush.
Wait,
I also want to know why. Yes.
okay.
I know I'm from church. I'm going to go up to his mother. Oh, hello, I killed your son in a field. He was showering on the ground, having thrown away his gun because he works for a social media company. Oh, I am so frustrated right now. No, shush. Could you go back to them and tell them I also want to find Nico Laterre, and I also want to know what's up with my brother, so they could have just come to me with a message saying, hey, would you like an enormous amount of help finding Nico Laterre? And I would have said, yes.
A face, the image of a face broadcasts from this guy's like headphone unit. It's what's her name?
Alina Vesht?
Alina Vesht. I don't know if you know who that is. I think
I don't know who you are.
just sort of
Floating
a
head.
bald, like
The bald lady.
a bald lady who kind of looks like
No, I as a person know who she is.
no, but I'm saying
No,
but like this is like the sort of face that's superimposed over this 17-year-old's face.
Mhm.
It's just sort of like
Was she the CEO?
Yeah.
Yeah.
CEO. There's a lot of female CEOs in
Yeah.
Vescarre.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Girl
ladies.
boss.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Um,
girls.
Are you going to gaslight me or gatekeep me?
Ms. Rinsu, it's such a pleasure to speak with you. Please, I have scheduled an appointment to speak with you. What time works for you?
I'm going to take an experience. This battle could have been an email. Could you get that helicopter? We need to get a ride somewhere, and then hopefully we will be back by, I don't know, tomorrow, the next day.
You want to ride in our helicopter?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
You will be brought immediately to my office.
Oh, never mind then. We'll find our own way.
Okay, what time would you like to meet?
I'll get back to you. What's your phone number?
Oh, no, I don't.
Awesome. What is someone who can talk to you's phone number?
No. We don't use phones.
What is someone who can walk up to you in person?
You hear like background
Cannot
buzzing
believe
noises.
you are making it this difficult.
He pulls the earpiece off of his ear, and he's like, they said to give this to you.
Thank you.
And you get a message on your talk rock that says, you may contact me at any time from this device.
Great. Thank you very much for your help. You are much better at killing people than I am, even though you are nicer than I am. I find this to be a conundrum in your nature. Do you want to say anything to me?
No.
All right.
Am I coming
Tamsin?
with?
The goth faced and goth faced servant. All go.
She's not at this point. She's not. She's fully like. Maybe the word here is like prepper. She's remarkably capable.
Which one? Tamsin.
Tamsin, yeah.
She had the same training I did.
But she is still dressed in.
She's
head to
dressed like
toe,
Hot Topic, yeah, like
proper
Hot Topic.
teenage development.
Proper
yeah.
teenage development store.
So are we going to
Yes.
Vision Codex, or are we going to the lake house?
We're going
get
to the
our
lake
Chris?
house.
Okay.
Vision and Codex.
You guys
Wasted
walk about a
everyone's
mile.
time.
She talks to you about whatever you want to talk to her about. Is there anything you want to ask her?
Are you just going down the road like?
It's about like a mile and a half or something.
So the mushroom woman, in what context did she get to you?
She was just there when I was put into the wellness loop.
Okay.
Do you know where she is now?
No, she said that she wasn't even really there. That this was like a recording and like but Ozzy can just go there by himself.
Ozzy can just go to the wellness loop.
No, to so it was like a net she put me in that took me out of the wellness loop and kept me like safe. But it just sat there. It was just like a lake. It was really boring. But like, or not a lake. I'm sorry. It was just like a little creek. It was really boring, but it was safe. I don't know. They were supposed to try to torture me. Apparently, they did it to my cousin Imogen. But yeah.
Do you know where your mother is right now?
Pretty sure my mom's dead.
Condolences.
None needed. Thank you, though.
Priests are weird. Anyway, at least you are dressed appropriately for a goth funeral.
She looks around. We're in the woods.
Look up and down.
Yeah, no, I understand, but we're just in the woods. Are we having a funeral?
Nah. Let's have a moment of silence
For all those people we just killed.
for your mother.
Okay. You can do that. I don't think I'll participate in that.
So Ozzy can go to this interstitial.
Stand up here.
No. No. Ozzy can just go to this interstitial space. And did he talk to you while you were there?
Yeah. Yes, he did.
What did he say?
We mostly talked about engineering stuff.
All right. But he seemed all right.
Yeah, they're both really smart.
Yeah. They got themselves into a good position, it looks like. Or a better one.
I think
If you think
Ozzy's a bit more scared than Leo is. They seem to be like, I don't know, Leo seems to be like helping him a lot.
Leo is helping
Leo.
helping
This is your fault.
Yeah, this is my
Bernie.
fault. We might retroactively name her Lilu.
That's what
Lilu
Harper's been
is helping
accidentally calling
Leo.
her.
I forgot how to say my own brother's name. Leo.
Yeah.
All right. And Ozzy, did he say anything about Nicolette there?
He doesn't. Yeah, a little bit. It was not specific. I didn't expect to meet this person there. I didn't know anything about them.
Okay.
They're just there.
Well,
They
if
didn't
it's
talk
just-
about you.
What did he say?
I think you're really smart and you're really strong, and that like, yeah, that they kind of look up to you a lot, and that you're friends with this big cow person that they have a crush on, both of them, and they kind of fight over it. That's why I knew who you were.
Their name is Shibble. Shibble.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I
Alright.
just
Priests.
All right. You can spend your fear now. Nameless entity to control my world.
I'll put it back for now. Okay. She falls into a hole. I don't know.
Oh, the immortal enemy of praise. Holes.
So I think when you get to the helicopter, it's broken. It's just like it doesn't turn on. No, I'm kidding. No, you get to it.
Go nuts.
You get to a helicopter. This is like, it looks kind of like the one that Leo built. It looks really similar. It looks like they've been sharing plans and stuff.
Thank you, Leo and Ozzy.
I
guess we all get on.
She puts on a headset, a microphone. Each of you get headsets.
Mm-hmm.
She comes, take it off. She's like, I'm the only phrase who can fly. And she flies off with the helicopter.
Awesome. I get in the back and look for both of their journals. Journals.
There's nothing in them. I think the Tammany one has a lot of drawings of Tamsin being bad. There's not much in them. I think one thing that she makes it very clear is like she hasn't been present. She was like stuck in
She
this.
got plexus.
She got kind of a little
like
bit.
Elspeth.
Yeah.
Separated from
Not quite the same thing. It was a little different. But she got
But she was in the little interstitial place.
she was tucked away. The consciousness that was projected into the wellness loop didn't get projected into the wellness loop. It got projected somewhere else, and that machine turned back on when they arrived. And this essentially reestablished the connection to her body, allowing her to.
Oh, is that why she knew
come
I was
back.
there?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
And she like traveled the distance from the machine to here, in that time, which is why she saw that there were people that were going to attack you. When she landed in her own body, she kind of smacked into her own body. She literally saw that there was somebody behind a tree. There was a helicopter overhead. The illusion only worked from the bottom up, not the top down. Yeah. And she flies you guys to the lake house. All right, we'll come back to the lake house.
We're
Yeah,
outside.
I mean, did they take us somewhere or like?
Yeah.
you're standing on a
We emerged
yeah,
the water and we're
Yeah.
now.
you're standing on a big like structure, like a almost like a sculpture, that's like leaning forward, white cement coming out of the lake. It, like leads up to like a big torch, like a golden torch that's
Mhm.
burning. And Leu Monks hits like a lever in her thing, and like the whole structure starts to shake. Slowly rises out of the ground, as like basically a pyramid, but like a
Like part of the
forward leaning
lake?
pyramid. Yeah.
That is so cool.
And it floats over, not floats, but it moves toward the lake house.
Did You have a talent. This is the stuff we need to be focused on, not that boring corporate stuff.
She's like, thanks. I mean, I don't even
Think of
fucking
all
run
the
the
time
company anymore.
you were in meetings when you could have been making more
I
shit
don't
like
go to
this.
fucking meetings. I work on this shit.
Yeah, it's true. She doesn't go to meetings.
The box of moans disagrees.
I was there. She wasn't.
This is my standard meeting here. This is what I do with meetings. Anyway, do you want to live? No.
I mean, kinda.
Why is that an uncertain answer, Sam?
All right. So you're gonna let me in?
I mean, if I don't, you're gonna put me in the wellness loop, right? Am I catching your drift? Okay, yeah, sure, fine.
You realize that this thing is a massive
Yeah, what is this pyramid?
it's essentially a what are they called? Like a breaching
Like
machine?
a battering ram?
Yeah, but it's
But,
like huge.
electronically?
Yeah.
Okay, can we put this thing away? Like, if I let you in, you don't need this giant thing.
But it's so cool.
But, like,
Cordelia, look at it.
the lake house is not enough. I don't need this. Okay.
Oh, by the way, lake house, let me describe it.
Yeah. Why don't you?
No.
Damn, I don't want to go to the wellness loop on my birthday. Another day, maybe.
I mean, okay. But it would, if you stayed there for like 10 years, it would be like it was your birthday every day for 10 years.
And then the rest of my birthdays would be terrible.
You know.
I would remember it every time.
Oh no, my face. Document is not here. Okay, so basically, this is a think of okay, so what's that building in downtown Chicago in the Loop that's like a whole city block in size?
Oh, Merchandise Mart?
Yes, Merchandise Mart. Okay, so now imagine a colonial style house, but on that scale. Yes.
May we imagine the lake house from Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock's movie, The Lake House?
You hated that
but
idea.
on that scale.
And is she working on time traveling letters?
What the size of
Personally,
merchandise
don't know
box?
what that house looks like.
It's just a lake cabin. Like it's a pretty like standard.
Oh, okay,
cabin.
okay. I'll say this. Yes,
It's
you
probably
can.
like a
You
fancy
can.
version of that.
Well, he was redoing it, but okay.
This is like a I feel like this is like a Georgian style mansion.
Looking over the garden wall where their mansions are too big and they
Yeah. Where their mansions are too big and kiss in the back. Yeah. That. Sure.
One's
Yeah.
Georgian and one's Rococo.
Yes, I was literally gonna say it's like Georgian verging on Rococo. And it is. There are like terraces that are like 20 stories high. That are like that's where like filming on the show happens a lot. There's like infinity pools up there that are surrounded by white marble banisters. It's truly obscene. And as you cross the threshold
I were an executive. I'd be so mad about this.
Before-
Like, how are you spending all that money on literally bullshit?
I mean, before I open the door, I would like to stamp it
Okay.
covertly.
okay, so I want to be explicit on this. There is obviously a place where she cannot crawl.
Okay. But still, I would like to stamp it
You may
covertly.
for sure. Make a finesse roll for me.
I'm using rebellious streak because I don't think she would want me to do this if she knew what it was. It's not great, but that's gonna be a +2, so 16. Oh, and her difficulty is 16 +4, 20 with hope.
Is it still 16 or is it 18?
I mean, it's temporary, so
I feel like that scene has ended. I feel like when you guys left the
left the underground.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
it's 20 regardless.
It's 20. Okay,
so
okay.
So, and I will cast it again, maybe later.
Yeah. I mean, describe how you do this.
I mean, I'm sure the door is like ridiculously fancy doorknob, so I just got stamp in my sleeve, and I'm just like, "Oof."
So
I had extra wax in my pocket also. Yeah, never go anywhere without the emergency wax.
You got one of your emergency baby bells.
Even though Sam has most of my wax because he has my bag right now and all of my notes.
So I think what you learn when you do this is that there's already a seal on this
Oh, excellent.
on this building.
Excellent.
As the holder of the stamp,
Mhm.
you are now in charge of the sort of boundaries of the seal.
Excellent.
Which is why you must verbally allow her in.
Mm.
So, like an official phrase must be in like the person who invites any person onto this.
And do I understand with this stamping action that she will be confused by what's inside?
I feel
That
like
is the effect I would like.
well, define what you mean, because she's.
And confused in the way that everyone is when they read a phrase contract.
I mean, I think that's already going to happen.
Okay,
basically,
cool. Even if I invite her in.
like it's so the writing is really where things get like specifically hidden or covered.
Yeah.
But the building is built in a way that it becomes like a hall of mirrors.
So
if
like
you're
one of
not
those mystery houses.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Cool. Okay, then yeah. Leu Monks, Imogen, Frey, starting whatever you are, Sam, Seraph, and Leu Irinzu Monks, I guess.
did leave.
I don't like Leo. He's adopted. I don't know. Whatever. Come inside. I invite you.
The giant breaching machine
And not that machine.
stands down, like the engine, like it didn't you wouldn't even have called it an engine, like you wouldn't have noticed that it was like making a sound or anything until it stopped, and then it's just kind of like
So was her plan just to like wreck the building if I didn't?
she's I mean, I think she's pretty obvious and open about that. She's like, well, I can get in if I want to, right?
Okay. Well, we're inside now.
Imogen's like, are you sure this is a good idea?
Go to the wellness loop, Imogen. On my birthday. What's wrong with you?
Okay.
Do you want me to go to the wellness loop?
Yeah, that's Imogen's response. I think you see a little like real specific fear in her eyes in response to that.
About the wellness loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has been there. She's
Yeah.
been through it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Leu Monks is like, all right, well,
Now what?
so now the little matter of the 300 plus people,
Oh yeah. What do you want to know?
where are they?
Where are they?
I think if the actual answer is like a lot of them are in my secret hideout,
Yeah, I think that's where we sent them. So
but I think not all of them went there.
Have you onboarded them?
I did the best I could, John.
We're about to onboard them on board some ships that are going to go.
Well, that's only 100 of them, I think,
I
Sam.
think she upped it to 200 last time I talked to her.
Not of you. Not from.
Oh, not from the phrase?
No.
Okay. It's something I'm working on. Above the table, I rolled a 15 on personnel last week. So yeah, I'm working on onboarding them.
Well, that's the last string.
What in what?
The measure will be complete.
The measure?
Merger.
Merger. Okay.
Right.
Great.
Sign it over to me.
Sign them over.
Everything. The lake house. Everything.
I'm not signing you over the lake house.
Yes, you are.
Belongs to me.
And you belong to me.
Yeah, so you already have it through the transitive property of equality. You don't need me
I
to
want
sign
you
it.
just put that in writing.
I'm not going to.
You're very funny. She's very funny. Moment.
He already made me sign something I didn't understand. And that was a mistake.
She hits a couple buttons inside of her thing. The breaching machine Power's on again.
Hold on. I already know I cannot defeat her. And I still understand, even if she breaches, she's not going to understand or get access to whatever magic is here if I don't sign it. Based on my earlier roll.
I think what you come to understand in this moment, make an instinct roll for me.
Okay, I'll put a pause on this. The instinct roll. It's gonna be with hope. So make those bad boys. But it is only a 13.
13 with hope. I think on a 13 with hope, you think I could probably send this over and remain the phrased heir.
What material is the floor of the room we're in?
You're not in a room, you're outside.
Oh, I thought we were. Oh, so we're not in the lake house.
No, this was just to get across the border of the land. Basically.
So we're just like kind of on the shore, or are we on?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that you're sort of like walking forward toward the house
But then, so my understanding is that signing that does nothing. Really?
I think what you come away
Materially?
from this is like a question. What's the purpose? Why?
Okay.
Could you not deceive her?
I think Imogen leans forward and is like, I think I'd like that.
If I signed it,
No, I'd want it.
you want me to sign it over to you?
Yes.
Do that either.
Imogen was the big bad the whole time.
Marking a stress. Here it is. Oh, real bad. Spending 3 hope to redo that.
Oh, real bad.
Wait, no, that actually was.
That's a
I
17.
misread that. Sorry, I read it as a 2 and it's actually a 12.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, I get 4 hope because I actually rolled with hope. So that's 18
Roll.
plus 4, which is going to definitely succeed. 22 with hope to be invisible. Sprint away into the house.
22 with hope to be invisible.
Mhm.
One moment.
This is my land, so I'm hoping that their weird Ardent thing that lets them see me is not
Can
going to
you
work.
uninvite them?
But then they're just gonna. I feel like Imogen said everything she sees ends with me dying, so I might as well make things difficult while we're here.
Yeah, but if you're invisible, then she can't see you.
She'll waste a lot of time trying to find me, though.
And you only died in the thing she saw,
Whoa.
which is not you right now.
Shibble, you're a genius. I'm talking to the Shibble in my head. I miss.
Shibble within.
Oh, and I actually get 4 actions now invisible because my finesse is 4 now.
Ooh.
So thank you.
Here's my lake house things. But I can't find it. What the hell's going on here, buddy?
Oh, I also should have been using Thought Delver on people. Dang. I got so much hope.
I
cannot
got
find my own.
too caught up in killing people that I forgot I have know your enemy, so I could have delved a little bit into the predator and why he could do what he could do,
Dang.
but instead I just killed him.
I mean,
I think I'll let you do that. Look at that. On your way over if you want.
Just retrospective on.
Yeah, you can think back. I think it's entirely valid for
Memory.
a use of the time.
Okay, so
sorry, I just
well,
abandoned
know thy
you.
enemy.
That's cool.
Have to
Just with her floating eye, like,
make a instinct roll against the adversary.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Well,
I shouldn't be able to
yeah,
do that.
that's a 23 with hope. So I'm assuming I'm gonna know all the
I hasn't
things.
been invited into the lake house.
So I'm allowed to
Well, that's true. I'm sorry.
ask you a question. So could you tell me about the predator's features and experiences?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Once you find the lake house first.
I have lake house.
By the way, I
I accidentally unformatted my Leu Monks stat block, and it's literally just a string of text now. I'm desperately trying to locate the periods in it.
Yeah, I want to do a
see.
thing to play you too as soon as Cordelia does that.
Wait, 1 second. You're gonna have this reflection moment. What was the what did you roll?
23 with hope.
That absolutely succeeds.
Yeah.
What were you gonna ask?
Tell me about the features and experiences of the predator.
Okay.
The way you say it reminds me of like Wendy Williams of The Killer. She's always talking about the killer.
The predator was a cipher operative.
Yes, Cypher is the way you called it.
So the abilities and experiences.
Mhm.
Experience was tactics +3. And you say abilities, what do you mean?
Like
It
features.
literally says features.
It's features? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like,
So,
tell me
um,
about him. Tell me why he was
relentless.
liquid.
So he can be spotlighted up to
Oh.
2 times per GM turn.
Relentless is
Cool.
good.
He has the ability to do a coordinated breach. So he could spotlight 2 other Vision and Codex adversaries. He can send messages over encrypted message, basically. And he is a leader.
Why was he invisible liquid? Can I
Because
know that?
they were an extraction team.
Because that's cool.
No, it's literally because they were an extraction team.
It's what Jehovah is.
I'll give you this. Roll an instinct check for me.
Another instinct check. 16.
Hope or fear.
Fear.
Actually, no, I'm gonna make that. That's gonna be a reaction. So I think you're gonna apply this to the other person as well to distinguish what makes them different.
Because we had predator and then we had suit guy.
Spider-Man.
So basically, one of them is a professional kidnapper. The other one the predator one is more of like the mission leader. So he was sort of supposed to help the kidnapper steal Nadezhda. But you killed him before the kidnapper could do that. So that guy has other abilities, like he has a smoke bomb, which is why that's why he was all like wobbly. And he can mark people like he did to Nadezhda. And he has a specific thing called an extraction grab, which is like on one target that he's marked or is hunting, he can mark a stress to drag them to a vehicle. So that's why he did that, and that's how he pulled you out of the car.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, I did write in this battle could have been an email, and I gave myself +3 on it.
You just decided you got an experience.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
the
I
second time she's
100%
done that.
Wait, there was a question. Somebody asked me a question.
I think we're waiting to see if Leo Monks
Just
kill
Yeah.
All this point.
Fine.
You were
Finding
about
kills.
to take some sort of action.
Yeah, I
against
was also
me.
about to.
Oh,
do it.
right. Sorry.
Yeah, you were pulling up the lake house.
So I have the lake house. I'm
an
looking for-
agility reaction to see how far away I got on that. Because I rolled a 22 with hope to become invisible, but I'm happy to roll an agility reaction to see how far away I can get.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a hope to add rebellious streak. So I've got so many hopes. Which is gonna be a +3. Ooh. Okay. Okay, wait, this time I will spend the 3 hope to reroll, because that was really bad. Look back. Oh, that was the same thing, just different numbers. Thankfully, it's a reaction. So 9 plus 3 is 12 plus 1 is a 13 for agility.
Lucky 13.
Here we go. Okay, so what was the total on that? 13?
13, yeah.
With
But I'm
over fear?
still invisible. It's a reaction.
Oh, reaction.
Can
Right.
I also do like an instinct roll to react to that before Lelu does?
Sure. What do you
Um,
like? What kind of action or reaction do you want to take?
I'm casting a spell.
Okay, go ahead.
So do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Yeah.
Okay, that's 13 plus 15. What would the DC be? 18?
Or is it an attack spell on her?
Well, I was rolling to see if I reacted quick enough. This is kind of
Yeah, you did. For
okay.
sure.
Yeah. So what I want to do, and you can tell me if this works or not. I want to use recant. Spend a hope to force a target within melee range to make a reaction roll. On a failure, they forget the last minute of your conversation.
Ooh, they forget.
So I want to make her forget what Cordelia just did. That's
And
stretching
said-
it a little bit.
No, but
No, that's
what I
actually
said, yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
I'm just gone now.
Damn, Sam hasn't had that for a while, and it really came in handy here.
That's really, really good. Yeah. So how does
They need to make a DC 15 reaction.
what is her?
I think it's instinct.
I mean, they don't have separate.
Oh yeah, that's right. They
Uh,
just have a plus.
Yeah. But I don't think that none of her experiences would apply here. So I have enough experiences to apply to reaction rolls, but
Yeah, they can. That's a face of defeat.
no, I'm looking at.
Oh.
I'm trying to evaluate whether leverage applies here.
Does
was
she
the
have
value?
leverage on Sam?
15.
She's been specifically not. The only thing she has on Sam is the ability to offer him 200 men.
That's how I would rule it. Is if you think that.
I don't think that she thinks that this is leverage. I think she thinks this is a way to get under your skin, and that's about it. So she literally doesn't care about Sam. I'll just be very, very straightforward. She is the only way she cares about Sam is in the way that it is a way to get to anybody else.
Yeah.
That's an 11.
Okay. Yeah. So she hits the last minute of her
You're right.
conversation.
Bye.
Her mech stumbles. She blinks. She looks around.
I think I look and run towards the woods. Like I'm specifically not running towards the lake house. I'm just going to start booking it towards the woods.
Would this be about the time their helicopter is converging?
I think it might be. Yeah. I think at this moment, Imogen kind of looks up and her eyes kind of flash white again, and she's like, "Ah, incoming."
Radar O'Reilly thing.
Shibble out of the helicopter like a bomb.
In the helicopter. In the helicopter.
Is this
your
this a
sister
downward
is
throw
like a
throw?
fucking Vietnam helicopter pilot.
Somehow I know it's her.
And
annoying.
this is like a very
presence
janky
reaction.
helicopter, but it looks a lot like the one that.
Yeah,
that-
that's bad.
But it's still playing Fortunate Son.
yes, 100%.
So I got a 9
Phrase.
on a presence roll to not be extremely annoyed and ticked off by that.
So you are
Yeah.
annoyed and ticked off by that.
Yeah.
In my mind, it's
freaking
playing in
hate
a
her.
shelter, but yeah.
It is so loud, and there's so much like exhaust pouring out of this thing. They don't even make exhaust, and this thing is making exhaust.
It's just smoke trail.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how long-
Thing might be on fire.
Yes, for sure. And Leo is like
Try to
shooting
aim
little
for the lake.
fire lighting things at the ceiling, and he's having a blast.
Leo's not there.
Yeah,
No,
he is.
He is.
He's on the ground.
He's on the ground.
Yeah, he's like shooting at the helicopter.
Okay.
He's like,
You're gonna
what the fuck is this shit? Pew pew pew, like a rubber band. So, but it's fire.
Everybody forgot about me.
That's the goal.
I think Leu Monks doesn't care about you enough to look.
You don't think that she would think that I'm running towards where Cordelia is?
She doesn't
I
realize
think
I ran
he
away.
would look at Imogen and say,
I think she did something to
where
me.
the hell did she go?
Sam gets like 100 yards and sees her not following him.
No, I think so. The question here is, did you look at Imogen? Did you in any way communicate to Imogen?
I think I tried to give her a look, but I don't know how successful that will be.
Make another presence roll for me.
Okay.
I'll tell you that she has a 19 knowledge roll here. 19 plus 20, 22.
Wow, Imogen's got good stats.
Uh,
I think that would help her understand what's happening.
21? Is that? Bump it out.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
That works. This is to look at you, to observe what's happening.
Yeah, to try to communicate through like pure look like.
Yeah, I think Imogen says, I don't know. I think you went after her. And then I think she's going to be like, you fucking phrase. You're all fucking worthless.
I'm not
She-
afraid.
Okay.
Are we
Your
throwing
words.
me off the helicopter? What are we doing?
That doesn't sound very safe.
I just got the
What
imagine
if I
Yeah.
roll for
Captain
it?
America.
Yeah,
Like,
you can roll for it. You want to
But-
throw yourself up the helicopter?
wait. Can I text Cordelia?
Sam has all my phones.
Oh,
So yes, but
so
And
much
my
for that.
Yeah. May I see Scully?
All
I'm
the
just gonna
shovels
throw it right
fell.
from my
No,
ones.
see, my floating eye has been watching this, so I just want to.
Your floating eye didn't make it through the tunnel.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
no.
It
Paul
also
Shibble's
doesn't-
phone. Cordelia had that now Sam has. Paul Shibble's phone.
Sam has literally all my
Okay,
belongings
so
except
you
the stamp
just
and the
randomly
emergency
get a
box.
text from Nadezhda saying invite us in, but I guess we
Ah.
can all decide where we want to go.
Tamsin can invite you.
You are invited. Tamsin has invited you.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
excellent. So I guess, all right, put her down, Tamsin. And is there a helipad in the lake house?
Yes, for
Of course
sure.
there
There's
is. They
several.
invented the
Yeah,
helicopter.
yeah. No, there's several helipads.
I,
She
Yeah.
lands it on one of the roofs.
I
Okay.
text back like, but in like broken like CD in HSE RN away distraction
Great.
because I'm running while
Okay, well, the good thing is I got that text. So,
What's the plan?
we're on the roof. Do you come up to the helicopter?
Yeah,
I
where are
just
you?
came inside. I don't.
I mean, you would have probably noticed a
probably
helicopter
hear it.
landing on the
I
roof.
guess I'll
The
try to
world's
go investigate.
Small,
it's so loud. This is a
smelliest,
very loud
dirtiest helicopter.
So I'll try to get up there and investigate. Still invisible. I have not taken any action.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Yeah, you see
going to hop out, watch,
A janky
Leu
Homemade helicopter
Monks
land with your sister piloting it.
run after Sam and
I hate her so much. Ah!
and kind of turn to Shibble and say, if you go after Sam, Leo will probably kill you both. But you might
Not if
want
I
to.
kill her first.
You won't. But I don't check the phone for Cordelia message.
Tam, you didn't have to show off like that.
Oh God.
Cordelia?
Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
What do we do?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Running away.
Okay.
But I
What
don't think
is
I can
happening?
leave. Uh,
Why is Leo chasing Sam?
because Sam ran away to make it look like I ran away that way. She doesn't know why I ran away. I think he like erased her memory of me telling her I would not sign everything over to her.
Okay. Has Tamsin told me that she invited me in and that's why I can get in?
I mean, I think she's. Yeah, probably actually.
but maybe
Can you-
but you don't know that you wouldn't be able to get in.
But unless
I think so. I
the
think
thing is,
that
I know that you need an invitation. So
For the
I
kids,
can
you guys
turn to
never knew.
Tamsin.
you didn't know about the rules about the inviting because you just invited people and they came, right?
Yeah.
I can
So,
turn to
I
Tamsin.
feel like she would imply, or she would state, I just learned that there requires like there's a specific requirement for an open specific invitation.
Okay. Can you rescind the invitation?
I don't know.
I told you didn't need to show off. Why did you fly a helicopter? Also, you can't see me right now.
Can you tell that voice it's irritating?
It hears. Anyway, the point is, where's the
Also, why are you talking now? Sorry, that was kind of mean.
Because she's back.
And give me back my lizard.
I have no idea what that voice is talking.
Azure took her
Where's-
away. She hasn't mentally been here.
There's a giant mech traipsing through the woods. What's going on there?
Oh, she's just chasing Sam. She'll give up eventually.
With the fear?
Or she will kill Sam.
I'll spend a fear on that. We'll cut to Sam.
I want to do a thing, but
Okay.
I have an idea of something that can help me with this situation. But if you want to do something,
Sorry, I rolled
with
so
your
bad
fear.
to not get pissed off. Mia.
So wait, repeat what were you saying? I'm sorry.
so I have a thing I want to do, but I don't know if you're doing yours first or.
What do you want to do?
I want to use shape material to knock down a bunch of trees to try to slow.
You can do
Leu
that.
down.
I'll say that you did that like along the way.
Yeah.
As you do that, after you do that, as you're running away, you still hear this thing just chugging along behind you. And then you hear her yell, "Fucking kill him!" And a pack of wolves from the left and another pack of wolves. Bless you. Yeah. Emerge from the woods.
Did you know that Leu Monks controlled wolves?
No, here, give me the freaking helicopter microphone.
Okay.
I know
can't-
there's
I
one.
can't hear that voice.
Okay. Give me my lizard and give me the loudspeaker so I can speak to my boss.
She uses the loudspeaker. I can't hear you.
Anyway, how do you get away from the wolf?
I'm going
Take
to cast Rune Circle. Mark a stress to create a temporary magical circle on the ground where you stand. All adversaries within melee range or who enter melee range take 2d12 plus 4 magic damage and are knocked back.
All the wolves would immediately die.
Wolf Slayer.
Yeah, literally all of them would immediately die because these are just minions. So if there's no roll involved and they just take any number of damage, then that is exactly, they get bounced back as dead wolves.
Okay.
So you have
No.
created a
Dear Monkey's alive.
you have created a okay.
A yo-yo of zombie wolves.
Hold on, let's find
Something bigger.
The Wolf King.
but the target reduces.
Another pack of wolves. Also enters the circle.
I have enough stress. I can keep doing this. I can kill wolves all day.
Hester's just like, what?
A rope falls out of one of the trees nearby as
A wolf slides down the road.
an entire mech slides down the rope.
Is it driven by a wolf?
Nope, it's her.
Is it shaped like a wolf?
No, this is just Leu Monks's.
How
mech.
did she get up there?
That makes me
She was chasing me and then somehow climbed a tree to choke down at me.
Yeah,
Yo, Miss
she
Monk.
climbed a tree to find you.
I'm not down there.
Make a presence check.
Yeah, with advantage and double advantage.
Yeah,
'cause I'm
yeah.
sick. Okay. So that's going to be, it is with fear, which I feel like is very apt because if this succeeds, I'm putting myself at risk. So that's going to be 13 plus 4, 17 plus another 4, 21 plus 1, 22 with fear.
You hear the crash of her mech as it barely misses a pile of dead wolves.
I mean, my circle didn't go away.
And no, she's landing like next to like where like she sees the
Doesn't care
boundary.
about you.
And she just immediately turns around and runs away. You hear
You're welcome,
I
Sam.
just send a bunch of angry face emojis.
To my phone, which is your phone. Or my
you
phone.
send them to yourself. God damn it. Yeah,
Okay. What?
Okay.
Why does she want you to sign things over?
as she approaches the building, the
Mhm.
spell grid here goes down.
Oh, shoot.
I have to
No. Am I uninvisible? I guess I
this
took an action. So
he can do this for four action.
I think I am uninvisible.
Yeah, you are.
Last time I
Yeah.
was. Damn it. Hi, Tam.
Okay, so take over now. The spell grid just went out for you guys.
Okay.
And I'm just running behind her at this point.
Okay.
What do you want us to do?
I'm
I
going to
don't
make
know.
a spellcast roll.
She wants me to be an
Excellent.
Eidolon. I don't want
So that is a 13.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Okay.
And
You
I'm
could
almost
try
full up.
inviting her.
And I make a minor
Just
illusion.
break in.
Minor visual illusion no larger than myself. I am bigger than Cordelia. So make a minor illusion
Uh-huh.
that looks like Cordelia.
Sure.
And have it run in the opposite direction.
Of what? Because she's running toward you.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I
on the
can
roof.
have it run
Well,
towards.
she was running away from Cordelia before we decided that she didn't. We didn't want her
Well,
to do
I
that.
didn't want you to get
I'm gonna
killed.
roll a
It's at my behest.
okay, so on a 22 instinct roll, she's like, I don't need to fucking chase these people. I already have what I want.
Okay.
And you see Sam emerging before she's wearing like a wolf pelt.
To match your
Does
it's
she
like a wolf
see
head.
Shibble from where she is?
I don't think so. I don't think she does because you guys would be on the roof and she's on the ground still.
What's the distance?
Big.
Shibble, don't attack
a
her.
city
You will
block.
not win. We can antagonize her, but we cannot defeat
Okay,
her.
but
It's
Before-
very far. I would say,
Quiet,
yeah.
everyone. Why does she want you to sign something?
Because I don't really know. She wants me to be an Eidolon.
Tamsin, do you
think-
know why she wants Cordelia to sign something?
I don't know
She already
Cordelia.
has- I hate you.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Okay, listen, if you're still mad about me not rescuing you, I was in Vex quieting the Vexing God, so
we did.
I didn't even
rescue
get
you.
your message.
Make an insight or instinct check. This is a reaction roll.
Real bad. That's gonna be
Great.
a 9.
Yep. No, we're good. She just like flips you off.
Also, we did rescue her. She was stuck
Yeah,
in
that's
a prison.
true. I did
That was the
rescue
instinct
her.
roll. That was the purpose of the instinct.
Thank you, Nadezhda. We did rescue you. You were dying in Ardent jail.
All Ardent is Ardent jail.
Okay, yes. We don't have to be philosophical.
I'm not being
about it.
philosophical. They're literally becoming a jail.
You so live up to your outfit right now.
Can we check Tam?
Yeah, and so do you, frankly. Ms. Beige. Yeah.
That's the thing. I am not ashamed of it, and you clearly are.
Oh, I'm not ashamed. No. No, you misunderstand.
So why does she want me to do anything? I'm not important.
I think she's trying to write us out. I don't really know. But I think between you, me, and Imogen, we represent at least one threat to her consolidating.
Yeah, as Imogen's.
But she needs to keep us around. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's one, deadly and dangerous to have an Eidolon. They die a lot.
Mm-hmm.
2, she needs one. And 3, I think she might. I think she wants. There's an order to this.
Yeah, some weird order of operations.
Yeah.
That I don't understand.
I don't really understand it either. And I think Imogen is first, and then me, and then you.
Well, I got the stopgap, so I might as well just tell you that.
You know what? Hey, Leu.
I'm sorry,
Sam's just
team.
Yeah.
We really hate each other. If I knew that she did not like Mother, perhaps I would be nicer.
Oh,
but
that's gonna be.
I do not.
Your mother is dead. Condolences.
Oh, none needed. She never liked me that much anyway.
Friggin' Christ.
They are awful. All of us.
You guys are making me feel a lot better about my family.
Do you want to have lunch with Dr. Bob?
Yeah, your stepdad is so nice.
Light.
Right. Well, do we need therapy? Are we doing therapy again? Because that was like a thing that we did.
No therapy. Not on
Yeah.
my birthday.
No. Oh, it's your birthday?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Did you not remember? I guess you probably don't know what day it was if you were like, whatever. Not.
yeah, I had no idea what day it was. I've been stuck in a fucking loop. So,
Real, honestly.
what's happening right now? What are we
It's a
doing?
good question.
Yeah.
Do we run? Do we fight? Or is there a secret third option I'm not smart enough to figure
We
out?
do have a
Leu Monks isn't looking for you guys.
Okay.
She said she has what she needs.
She's just chilling on the ground?
No, she's like
Is
in the
Imogen
house.
still? Oh, frick. Gotta get in the
at
house.
this point.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Now
Okay.
I'm texting you. Let's get lunch with Dr. Bobo.
Let's get in the house. Whatever she wants, she can't have it. That might be the stopgap talking. It also
can we
might
all
be
get
real.
in the helicopter and go away now then?
No, we did that. She's gonna get something from the house.
I just want to remind you.
She wants you to sign, and she can kill you if you don't sign. We have a helicopter, and we can escape now.
You did sell me out during the trial. Just saying.
Team, okay. If it had proceeded as planned, I was gonna throw the match in your favor.
No, I meant Dr. Bobo.
Oh,
Make a instinct roll. for me.
Okay.
Instinct reaction roll. You can do this as well.
pretty bad. That's an 8. Instinct is my second.
Does it seem like she's
Sorry,
headed to a specific place?
I
within the
touched
house?
it and immediately changed it. And
That's
So-
fine. Yeah.
okay, that feels worse. But it is 15.
And-
Hope or fear. Oh, it's a reaction roll, so it doesn't matter.
8.
This is deeded property, and whoever has the deed owns the property.
She wants the tea.
Okay, get in the helicopter and let's go.
She can't have the lake house.
Cordelia, I have a really bad idea, and I'm very sorry. Send.
To
No,
my
I
phone.
sent it to
Oh,
your phone.
Sam has a very bad idea. She wants you to sign the deed. If you don't sign the deed, she doesn't have it. And she wants it. So let's get in the helicopter, get out of here, and you haven't signed the deed.
okay.
All right.
Ask Sam what his idea is.
What is your
first.
idea?
We're
I
not
want
leaving
to use
him.
shape material on the structural parts of this house to try to collapse it.
Oh, Tamsin and I would both love that, but she would probably not admit it.
Let's
I would love that.
go ahead.
I would absolutely love
Yeah.
that.
But can we get in the helicopter?
Do you have any idea how much I hate this place? This is literally the worst place I've ever been in my life.
Okay.
It sucks. It's a bad place. Why are we here?
Nadezhda's
know.
just sitting in
On
the
my
helicopter now.
birthday.
I can't believe it's your birthday. It's so funny. Happy Duvain.
It's not through
Or
Bane.
Gentara. I'm sorry.
Gentara
Happy
15.
Gentara 15.
I remember your birthday still.
You were,
Wait, how old am I? How long was I out?
you were born on Genteenth?
No, Gentara.
Oh, it definitely
December
is Gentine today in Vescarre.
How long were you out? I don't know. What's the last day you remember?
What year is it?
98?
Oh, like a week. Okay.
Yeah. like, I'm pretty sure you're 19.
Yeah,
So-
I'm 19.
Could I like maybe do an instinct just to try to find the structural support?
Yes.
Yes.
This would be. I think this would be knowledge, actually, not instinct.
Okay.
I'm definitely paying for this next episode.
Okay.
I don't care though.
What would the DC be?
I'm trying to think of what that would be right now. I don't have a DC for the structural supports of the lake house, but I do have
I
a
need to get
description
that.
of the lake house.
I need to get
Doesn't it have an
Esther's
environment difficulty?
DC whacking stick.
There's more than one.
Oh.
So,
Because part of this is how many times I need to do shape material in order to accomplish this.
I think it would be, first of all, I'll say this, regardless of what happens, if you collapse anything here, it's not going to collapse everything. It will collapse
very immediately locally.
And where are Leo and Imogen? Still on the
I'm
ground?
tracking with this.
Oh, where is Leo and Imogen?
I don't know. That's what.
Where
I
are
wanna know.
you?
We're on the roof.
You're on the roof then. Leo's on the roof.
Leo came up.
Yeah, I
Not
think he
Imogen.
is.
Imogen.
I don't think Imogen's with Leo.
Is she on the ground up front?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say my goal is to collapse as much of the house as possible.
No, I think she's in the house.
Oh. Yo, Imogen, you want to come up here?
I think she's looking for the deed.
Oh yeah, 'cause she wants it too. Oh, everybody sucks. Even her now.
Is
Love
Leo
that.
the
still on
deed
the first
magic?
floor?
Probably.
Yes. This is literally okay, so like if you had a mecha, right? Like an actual fucking Robotech ass mecha, right? And you walked into Merchandise Mart, how much of the building would you cover in a step? Right? Think of it like it's still like minuscule,
Yeah.
right?
That's why I
So-
just want to try to like find any support pillars, anything I can.
Yeah, no, you
Try
can
that.
for sure find stuff. It's going to take high rolls and long time. It's not something that you can do immediately. You can't just bring the literal house down around her. But what you might be able to do is something like
Trap her and
yeah,
feed her.
yeah, like find where she is specifically and find a way to like drop her down a floor.
Yeah. Actually, that's a
Um,
good idea. Just
Something
thinking about that earlier.
something like trappy would work.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Can I catch up to her? Is that possible?
Yeah, she's not going fast.
Yeah, I want to catch up to her and try to shape material to create a hole underneath her mech.
Okay. Wait,
Can I, from the roof, locate her in the building mentally?
No, your mental goes not reach so far. Yeah. So so she was on floor 1. There are multiple basements and sub basements here. It is at least as big on the within the ground as it is above the ground. So
So we're looking for a deed in Merchandise Mart.
Yep.
Okay.
I think you make a knowledge roll for me.
21.
On a 21 with fear, you locate you are above where she is right now, directly. So you're sort of standing above her.
Yeah, I would. But can I just collapse this floor down on her?
Sure. I think you understand that this would not stop her, except that it
If
might
I can
be
slow her down.
it might be an inconvenience.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can do it.
Okay.
It's very Full Metal Alchemist.
It
Yeah.
is. It very much is. So yeah, describe it.
Sing House Alchemist.
That's the House Alchemist.
The iron rebar
We
alchemist.
have the
Yeah, so I
collapsing
think
House
there's like
Alchemist, the Contract Alchemist.
like a pillar, like a stone pillar.
Alchemist.
And I just like cheap material to just
The door
make it go
alchemist.
away. And the floor above crashes down into this floor, which crashes down into her.
Okay. Maybe it's really cool. Let me see her mecha. Yes. So the spell grid is down.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Um,
Sorcerers can still
Sorcerers can cast.
oh,
You
you're right.
can-
This is still a spell, so I
Yeah.
probably can't.
Shibble can do things.
Also, isn't the mech magic?
She's putting the zone out. She did this when we fought her before.
Yeah. She has a generator.
Can I burn the lake house down with my fire breath?
I was gonna ask
It is
something fire related.
mostly concrete and brick and and gold and steel.
But we could burn the deed.
But you could burn
we find
inside
it.
the building, probably.
Yeah.
Burn some interior stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go inside and start burning
Yeah.
stuff.
Going on. I'm gonna go.
Okay, wait. The spell grid's down.
Uh-huh.
If the deed is inherently magical in any way, I could probably find it with my arcane sense.
Yeah.
I could also try to force her to take actions that burn her. I'm her.
Whatever this countdown is
Yeah.
that I keep forgetting about. Is that on the dampening? Or is it on the pyramid?
This is on the spell grid.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's try to find the deed. Okay, Tanzin, Leo, stay on the roof, please.
Leo, come with me, please.
You can come with if you want, I guess.
She repels down the side of the building.
Okay, that's like the worst place for you to go.
Hey,
Hello.
smile. Things are great. Fireball, fireball.
I give him an aggressive, angry hug.
I love you too.
I know.
You can't kill her. You know that, right?
Why not? Why does everyone keep saying that?
No, she like literally can't die.
Why not?
Has she been soul printed?
No.
You know what? Going on the Full Metal Alchemist theme, we just need to burn them over and over again until they there's a lot of energy.
No, but she doesn't stay dead. I don't really get it.
It's some weird thing. She did it when we fought her before. I realize I'm only
Do we have
digging a
to-
deeper grave for everyone else here.
Yeah.
But I do want to destroy the deed. I don't know what it will do.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but okay. Can I do something to help? I don't know what I can do.
No.
Do you want our passwords or something? Like, what do you want?
Oh, yeah.
You know those?
Yeah.
Please.
No.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just trying to help.
He stays alive. Anyway.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
He is a good
He
boy.
went and found protection when we don't have protection for him. Have you seen your brother lately?
Yeah. We talk and he has this thing. He can do like dream things. It's
Yeah.
really wild. I don't have anything like
He
that.
is with. Did he tell you why there was a fire version of him on top of the storm spire?
Oh, so that was both of us.
Mm-hmm.
It was both of us. It was me and him in one person. It wasn't just him.
Okay. Why did it go out?
Guess he dreamed it away.
Right?
Should have tried that sooner.
I haven't talked to him in a little while. It's been like a couple days.
Right.
That guy's really scary. Like
Nico?
more than her.
Wonderful news. Okay.
I have it easier. I'll say that. For
Does
sure.
he have any information about Visage and Codex? They are looking for him. They are
Who?
looking for Nico.
Oh. I don't know. He kind of helped them exist. He built like the original circuits.
Ah,
He might be able to undo them. And he hates the god.
they're not gods. They're just big, powerful things.
I don't know the difference, but okay.
The difference is in you. They're not gods. They're just loud, annoying
Whoa.
things
Who's
that
that?
exist in the world.
I don't know. Oh, someone followed. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't see it because there was an ad.
They're definitely not like God. People want them around. It's kind of crazy,
Yeah.
but whatever. Okay. I mean, there's like many different ways to understand the world or whatever.
So,
Yes, there are many wrong ways to understand the world.
I think there's technically infinite wrong, but only technically.
Anyway, you don't give Leo a reason to turn on you. All right?
I wouldn't,
Okay.
and I'll do everything to make sure that you guys are safe too. I have make no promises for you. You're effectively roadkill.
I'm not there.
Oh, right. I forgot.
To be fair, Parker has been responding.
Yeah,
to that.
I completely forgot. No, that's totally true. I think you get like a little mental image of like Leu Monks, like as you're trying to prepare to like knock down the ceiling, you just see her like scraping your viscera off her foot in her mech.
All right.
Well, I do have
Stay
an
safe.
alternate.
While they were talking, can we have been looking for the deed?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and
I guess
also
I'll follow them
I'm
down and
doing
try to help with
things
my arcane
while
sense.
they're talking.
I mean, Leo's with you guys.
Because we're on a time crunch.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I want to basically just like try to go downstairs to where Lelu is and attack her essentially.
Oh,
Because the whole I want to try to make her burn the magic thing.
if you want to.
I can try. Could I try to make another minor illusion? Spellcast roll 10. She wouldn't think that it would work because I am a sorceress, and try to have one look like Sam so that she can at least burn one.
I mean, I don't think she's not like going for Sam.
Yeah, she doesn't care about.
She doesn't care about Sam.
She cares about the deed and also kind of me, but not really.
You guys can you guys can all look for the deed, and you can track her. If you,
Yeah, my goal is to try to slow her down and make her burn her magic.
Do you want to talk to her about business?
I mean, I was just going to hit her, but
I mean, you can try to hit her. I will say this: there is no doubt in your character's mind that is suicide.
Sam didn't fight her before, but she was.
No, there's no there. This is somebody who is a relentless, utterly unstoppable force of will.
Yeah, she's not that hard to hit, but she can't die.
I want to.
Also, he saw the tapes.
Even though we're under NDA.
Yep.
I guess you showed him? That's right.
Yeah, I guess I want to say to her like, listen, I can get you what you want. I can get you leverage on Cordelia. And you won't have to destroy this place and you'll get everything.
I don't care about this fucking place. I want to get rid of the priests. All of them.
Don't you want the deed?
I need the fucking deed to do it.
I can help you with that.
How? How the fuck are you going to... Who the hell are you?
I know Cordelia.
Have we met before?
Several times. We've also been together for the last 4 or 5 hours.
I don't remember you.
I can help you.
Make a presence roll.
Um, 20.
Okay.
Wow.
We'll cut. You get her attention for the moment. We'll cut to you guys.
Okay. Looking for the deed.
Where's that
Can my arcane sense give Cordelia advantage?
Perfect.
So
Knowledge.
I think what you're gonna do here is you're gonna make a knowledge check with double advantage.
Thank you, dear friends.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
Halo has
5
has beaten the action economy of her timer by not
9
doing any
plus
action.
10.
She kind of
19. You said knowledge plus 2.
Yep.
That is a 21 with fear.
21 with fear. Okay, interesting.
Take double advantage because my duality dice were really bad.
So
I've been rolling super well.
on a 21 with fear, the deed is likely in an archive that you You got in trouble once for trying to go in there.
I was gonna say, may I propose? It's a place that is unhappy for me.
It is deeply, deeply unhappy for you.
I mean,
and
it's where in the lake house isn't deeply
Yeah.
unhappy for you.
But extra deeply unhappy.
This is a place where like on television something very very salacious and bad happened that resulted in like
I like this because it establishes my getting kicked out was the result of a pattern of behavior.
yeah
Which we haven't really explored yet.
yeah, I think you can decide what to do with that.
I know what it is. It's a bad play, or where it is. It's a bad place, but fine, we'll go. And I'll lead the way, and I'll voluntarily take a stress for this.
So many.
I have so many slots. We're fine.
I think
it feels right.
Famous last word.
I think that at this point you actually kind of walk behind Sam while Leu is facing away from Sam. In this, like, as you are like, you basically open like a panel in the wall.
Do I see them?
Yeah, I think you do.
Okay. I mean, yeah. So I want to basically tell Leu. So they're like kind of going down, right? Like, or
Yeah,
It's our
literally,
crimes,
yes.
yeah. I basically want to tell him they kept it in the master bedroom on the top floor.
How the fuck do you know that?
This Cordelia told me
Why did she tell you that?
because she trusts me.
How the hell do you know Cordelia?
Cordelia for like a month. For a very complicated month. And she trusts me. She tells me things.
Tell her I trusted you enough to bring you to this meeting.
She told me
People
enough
of
to bring you to that
means
meeting.
and power never trust other people
That is exactly why she doesn't deserve the means and power she has.
because she's too trusting.
Exactly. Have you seen her? She's way too trusting.
All right. Tell me where to go.
All right, follow me.
Do you know where the master bedroom is?
No,
I'm just
he
trying
knows
to get up.
nothing.
Okay.
I'm just trying to go the opposite direction of where they just went
Okay.
and keep her fooled as long
So
as
the
Wow.
master bedroom of the lake house
Stressing
is
me
like an
out.
entire house. It's on the top floor. It has literally an entire house's worth of stuff in it.
Yeah, I'm basically just trying to lead her to the top floor and try to distract her for as long as possible.
Okay. You guys looking for the
Yeah.
Yeah, are we finding it?
yeah, I think yeah, we're heading out.
Okay.
You
Deep.
guys, I think you traverse a place where like literally this is like a major childhood embarrassment trauma occurred here. Where you like this is the first time you try to get your family to come to like a musical performance you wanted to put on.
Oh no, it was a poetry reading.
And this was like one of the first
Bad.
very famous things that made it to television about you.
Bad.
Because
Don't like
it
being on TV.
truly it made everybody in your family look bad.
And I imagine there was just like a bunch of remixes and stuff.
Yeah, a lot. And literally everybody just looked really awful, including you. Like it was you got the villain edit on the whole thing.
There's like
you
a
were like
Vescarre
9.
cat reaction.
Yeah.
Someone auto-tuned it. Sometimes I feel like a horse.
this is
Something
like-
that.
And you did this in like it was like a very like angsty like and so like it's down in this archive that like nobody ever goes in, like not even the people that work here ever go in here ever. And you didn't realize that at the time, but like the quote unquote stage was actually like a half raised like dais. That like in the center of it there's
I just like did this in front of deep family secrets.
yeah. And like there's actually like a perfect spot for your stamp seal to go into in the center of this dais as you stand there and look at it, and you remember tripping on this like on the edge of this and like what happened probably like
Okay, nobody's allowed to look this place up on Sparkle.
I think just for 10 seconds, you just cut back to Sam and he's like, okay, it must be the next room. I'm sure it's just around the corner.
She's looking so angry.
I need you all to
Why are you
know.
so desperate to die?
I'm just trying to help.
You also know Imogen saw no version of this in which I live, so, but I think it's worth destroying this so that, Miss Monks can't have it. I was stamping that hole
The moment you do that, Imogen appears next to you.
next to
To me?
Sam.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
Imogen?
hugs you, and you both disappear. The dais opens. The dais turns, lifts up. It's a literal physical like archive of
Mm-hmm.
cubby holes.
Mm-hmm.
And inside of it there is a bunch of paperwork.
Taking all of it.
There's a bunch of like what do you call it? Like pedigree tracking for half race.
Oh, all of my mystery half siblings that I forgot about until right now.
And no, you didn't know about them.
Yeah, I
You
know,
literally
but I
didn't know.
forgot about them.
Oh,
The
right.
person
Yes.
forgot.
There's a file that looks exactly like the one you made of the executives, but it's just all the different race and their weaknesses. And
Oh yeah, so Jaime can see. This is my
So there's a sibling tracker in there.
weakness tracker.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, there's a sibling tracker in here.
Oh, where am I at right now?
No, of half siblings.
Oh, of half some. Oh,
All the names are phrased out. You can't see them.
can't see.
No.
I'm taking that. That's a puzzle. Take it all.
And the deed is in there, so you
What's
guys
it?
get it.
Okay, we got it. I don't want to burn it, but
It's just like an envelope that says deed on it in like very simple script.
if I open it up, what does it say?
It says deed of property.
You can stamp the envelope.
Oh yeah, I'll just do that. Thank you. It's less violent than burning it. Stamp.
It was already it had already
Yeah,
been
that's
stamped.
true. It was already stamped.
Oh,
So
I just don't want her to have it, and she can't have it.
we can burn it. We can try to
You
get
know
to
what?
the
We'll just take
helicopter.
it for now.
Okay.
We
Try to
can
get
do
to the
that.
helicopter and get out of here.
whoever owns the stamp gets to read it.
Okay.
If
Shibble.
she owns the stamp, she can read it.
Okay. Shibble, I'm putting this in your possession. This deed.
Why?
Because I have the stamp.
Okay.
And Miss Monks
you're
owns
usually in
me.
charge of our secret documents.
Miss Monks owns me, basically. So she might also own this stamp. I don't want her to be able to read that.
Can you-
Also, should something happen to me, I don't want her to. So,
Do you have a special stomach? Do you have like 4 stomachs and
Like
one
one for
for-
secret.
You want me to swallow it but not digest it?
Avoid stomach.
wait, so
Yeah,
either
It's the
Shibble,
secret stuff.
either Shibble keeps it or we put it in the box of modes, and I really don't want to put phrased contracts in the box of modes. That sounds
Yeah, it seems like a bad idea.
horrendous.
Sometimes the box of moans, if you put paperwork in it, reads the paperwork out loud, but it moans it.
Put it in a really seductive
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
That is my worst nightmare.
full ASMR.
Yeah.
All right, I'll hold on to it.
Put it in.
Excellent.
under your hammerhead helmet.
She would
Yes.
never approach you to ask for it.
She might approach me to kill me though.
Oh yeah, but she's gonna do that to all of us.
The point is, do we want to run away from here and get
Yes.
in the
Yeah, are
helicopter?
we leaving?
Well, I think at this point, Imogen shows up with Sam
I
and looks at you and says, "Your friend is a fucking idiot."
know.
And then she disappears again.
Okay.
Just her.
A weird way to say thank you.
So she brought him down here and
Our
left.
friend is
Yeah.
a fucking hero.
Okay, listen.
Sam's a good friend.
Leu Monks may be mad at me, but I'm still not sure she knows who I am.
Okay,
so I think I'll be okay.
The point is, she knows who I am. Let's get out.
Yeah. So I guess we run to the helicopter.
Yeah, I mean, you have to pass her on the way.
It's
So-
the size of merchandise.
Yeah, but I mean, she's like terrorizing across
Fine,
the
we're
floor.
just gonna
She's on top
go.
of her.
Yeah.
Or we could
I mean,
go.
it's not going to
could
be
we
hard
go
to avoid her.
outside?
Okay.
Could we go outside And use
and then
Tamsin's
have them get us.
Well, Tim's
Yeah.
on the first floor, so we can just use her rope to climb back up. Let's do that.
Oh yeah, Tamsin. Yeah, you
She
could absolutely
felt
climb back up. Yeah.
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 Tamsin is not to be seen in here.
Figures.
Where did she go?
Leo is talking to Leu, who's terrorizing through.
She took my wizard.
Should we grab Leo?
No.
Did
Is he
Tammy
gonna
come
be
with
okay?
us?
Yes,
Is she just
He
like
says he's
crying
just
in the
following.
helicopter?
No. She's great. She's euphoric. Is the best way to put it. She's just in the best mood. She's following Tamsin literally everywhere.
But Tamsin's not. to
But
be
where
seen.
is Tamsin?
Well, you don't know where she is right now, but yeah.
Can I
But she's.
Yeah.
Sensor?
her.
I'm saying since Tamsin came back, Tammany has been at her side and hasn't left her side.
Okay.
You could try to sense if you want.
I'll try to censor.
Make a knowledge roll.
8 with hope.
With hope. The spell grid comes back.
Huh.
Oh,
I did
nice.
that.
Yeah, the spell grid comes back. You say that. And
We need Tamsin because she's the only one who knows how to fly.
and Tamsin is like 3 floors down and like 4 halls left of you.
Okay.
And you can distinctly hear her, like when you or feel her with your mental.
Can we fly the helicopter outside the window where Tamsin is?
No, we can't fly.
So you can go to her.
It's not like driving a car.
Yeah.
How hard could it
Okay.
be to just like move it a little bit?
You have to get it off the ground first. You have to be
All
very
right,
precise.
I'm gonna go get Tamsin.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I know
Shibble.
where she is.
Don't give her the deed.
What deed?
Exactly. Remind me to give
what
you a
deed?
raise.
I think Tamsin just says like, "Get the fuck out of here! I hate this woman. I hate this place. I hate my sister. Let's get out."
All
All
right.
right, let's go.
And Tammany's there too.
Tammany has not left her side.
Okay.
She couldn't leave her side if she tried. Frankly, she's attached. The way that Leo and Ozzy were with you is how Tammany is with Tamsin.
Okay.
Okay, we just got ourselves a free helicopter.
Tamsin said, "Fuck you," and tries to throw you out of the fucking helicopter.
Don't. He tried to save everyone's life repeatedly.
My life
Possibly.
isn't worth shit.
Huh.
Anyway.
What do you want? I mean, it's true. My life
It's
isn't
true.
worth shit.
She didn't get
We are
stuff yet.
worthless.
And I have it, and I'm also worthless, which is like even sadder.
Don't even worry. You get to live in a drug dealer's lair. Let's go. Anyway.
Wait, what?
Or you can live at my house, but I'm not
Just
living at
buy
my
a
house.
I don't live with
Somewhere-
any of you people. Also, no. Goodbye. I'll dump you out of my helicopter wherever I want. You guys fly away into the sunset.
Huh, I didn't
And then you
die.
just see like a shadow of Sam falling out and falling into
Yeah.
the lake.
Yeah, as Fortunate Son plays. Yeah. Yeah, and that's where we're ending the session.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. Okay, that was way the fuck off the rails. Wow.
Sorry.
Wow. That is so
I
funny.
feel like that's my fault for just
No, it's
noping
not
your
anybody's fault. It's literally
I
nobody's
mean,
fault.
surely you expected us all to go to the lake house.
Yes, I did. I was actually one of the things I most like focused on in preparation for this week was making sure all of you had a way and reason to get to the lake house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad that part definitely worked out.
Then why did you ambush us repeatedly on the way to the lake house?
So that you didn't have all of your resources when you got there.
To buy time
Okay.
also.
But, no, I mean, well, I guess time is a
Or,
little bit.
Gave you an
yeah.
opportunity to get a helicopter.
To make me spend all
Um,
of my hope every time I attack.
Also,
True.
I wanted you to have time with Tamsin to talk.
Oh,
So you got like her
what a
POV.
treasure that was.
She was nice to you until I was there.
Was she?
Kind of.
She called Shibble the cow.
Well, yeah. I don't think that bothers
Affectionate way.
Shibble.
Cal, parentheses, affectionate.
Yeah. She likes Shibble, I think. How could you not?
Parentheses, mythical creature.
The
Parentheses,
creature that Shibble is.
cryptid, question mark?
Are we in Yes and
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
yes and
yeah,
dragons. I'm
No,
sorry,
no,
no,
but
nobody
human.
wins.
Yes. So wait, did you expect me to make a choice rather than sprinting off into the house?
Yes.
Interesting. I
Yes,
know I
very
will
much.
greatly pay for this in the future.
I fully expected you guys to not try to put up any amount of resistance. So what I primarily focused on was ways that she could turn the screws
Mm-hmm.
in preparation stuff. So when you guys went like tactical on her, I was like, I mean, she's just gonna kill him.
Yeah, that's why I tried to get her to come back because I did not want her to just pointlessly kill Sam. It wouldn't have meant anything to anyone.
Wow.
It would have made us
Harsh.
sad. I mean, it would have made us sad and like, but it wouldn't like she's just gonna keep going.
Nothing to note to anyone.
There turn that off.
I don't know how. How long is it?
If it still has the thing.
No, it doesn't. It's gone. That's funny.
Oh my God.
I did. He tested.
That's so funny.
But yeah, you were just over there cooking. But yeah, I fully accept there will be consequences of a great degree. I don't know what they're gonna be.
Sam and I are going to have a lunch with Dr. Bobo.
Yeah.
How do you feel about knowing where your brothers are?
I feel much better just being able to talk to him briefly.
Yeah, I figured.
Being like,
Yeah.
okay, he's fine.
Yeah, that
You
was
know,
a really sweet little
He's-
vignette there.
yeah.
Yeah, it seems like Ozzy has dream powers now, so they
Yeah.
can probably leave whenever they want.
One of the, or put their consciousness wherever they
Yeah.
want. So I guess Nadezhda will resentfully buy a book on lucid dreaming. Try to, but yeah, lunch with Dr. Bobo.
Yeah,
And you have a meeting with the Zazen Codex.
Yeah, I might. I didn't say when.
I like the detail that Tamsin hates Mother as much as I did.
Your sister has been through a lot of stuff.
And we will
Yeah,
never
and
talk
I
about
still
it
don't know
together.
where Imogen is right now, like mentally. Like, I don't know what her deal is.
She was the reason I didn't side with her is because she was freaking me out by being too godly.
Yeah, but like,
I didn't
what
like
is she even
it.
trying to do right now? It's not
I don't
clear.
know. It freaks me out. Because remember when Morella started being too like godly towards the end?
Yeah,
That freaked me out. I don't want to have to kill her, Imogen.
but I do like that Imogen shares my goals of my religion.
Yeah, that panned out well for Sam.
I think Imogen pretty much told you her goals. I mean,
Yeah, and they're very aligned with what Sam's trying to do.
yeah.
I forgot to mention my god that I came up with that looks like Sam Harris. He has an axe called Facts and a shield called Logic.
Oh my god. Facts and logic don't care about your feelings. That's so funny.
And neither does Malphaeus the God Butcher.
I love it, the God Butcher. The God of Butchery.
Which I kind of just stole from Marvel, but
It's beautiful though. What were you saying? Esther?
I hate him more than the other gods now. And
What doesn't which part?
facts and logic.
Um,
Yeah, then we're killing that one first.
no, you have to kill him last because he's going to kill all the other gods. And then himself.
I'm opposed to this plan.
Oh, I was gonna say, we should set aside time in the future
Uh-huh.
during No But Humans
Yeah.
to cover downtime activities. I think that'd be interesting.
Oh, that would be cool. Like how I want to build the first publicly available hospital in Vescarre.
Yes, for example.
It's not free. I'm not crazy.
Right.
Publicly accessible.
I'm not a revolutionary. I'm
Yeah.
simply offering healthcare.
Anyone can, it's free for anyone to be able to pay an exorbitant fee for healthcare.
Yes. That's a good idea. We should do that
I think that'd be a fun element to add to
next
No But
time we
Humans.
find a moment of respite.
So I was going to say, everybody, if you have a thing that you want to bring up for next No But Humans, just make a little note of it.
Yeah, I mean, for Sam, it would certainly be working on his religion.
Yeah, that's an example. Great. That's exactly the kind of thing we want to do. For you, it's I think probably your drug network. I assume.
I mean, that's gone actually pretty well.
Oh, that's a fair
now.
point. Yeah.
You can always expand.
It might just be lunch with Dr. Bobo.
Okay, that's fine. I love the idea of that being a downtime activity. So like it happens off screen, but you get to refer to it as it like with facts. Like
We'll see.
when we had lunch, he said this about you.
I've had a similar one that I wanted to do with Azure for a long time, but Azure keeps disappearing before I have the chance.
Oh, what do you think about the Azure thing?
Still need to find her.
need to
So I need to
find her.
find her. I want to
I-
figure out how to cure Echo because he has nothing to do with this.
Well, it was
He's like a
interesting
shitty
'cause,
innocent
like,
bystander.
As a player, when I heard that, I was like, oh, so if they try to put Cordelia in the wellness loop, maybe Azure will save them. But my character didn't know that.
I will say that there's a reason that Azure wasn't present in the wellness loop. That was a one-time get out of wellness loop
Yeah.
free card.
I'm going back there, Probs.
Yeah.
I
There's
know.
a very good chance that you two end up there.
I'm getting very punished, but I think it was worth it. I had
See,
to,
again,
Shibble
I
had
think
to
I'm
be-
completely scot-free because I do not think Leu Monks knows who I am even.
That's you make a very strong case. I didn't
'cause she never fought.
balance for that.
Her inability to remember.
Yeah.
It's like Nadezhda.
Exactly.
But now she remembers you.
Yeah.
She's come a long way.
My goal is to eventually annoy her enough that I become a person who exists in her mind.
Wow.
Very few people.
That's how I got Nadezhda to recognize who I was.
Do we?
No, you were
Like, we're
genuinely
enemies, right?
kind
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Actively doesn't like me.
She actively hates both of them. She has a murderous rage toward you versus like a cold, dispassionate hatred towards you.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's the smile of okay.
It's okay. We'll be together.
What'd you think of Imogen's plan? The one that she laid out.
Her
I don't
plan.
know what her plan was.
Her plan is to unite all of the firsts to a new god that is also her, or like that she brings.
No, the plan was to take over the Ardent god.
Yeah. With the, yeah.
I mean, it's interesting if that's possible.
But Cordelia's can't go along with it because she's so deeply
Yeah.
opposed to the gods,
Right.
anyways.
But yeah, it's very similar to Sam's.
Yeah, I think it resonated really well with Sam, and Cordelia's rejecting the premise.
So how do you see that many bad gods? And you're like, you know what this situation needs? A god.
In order to catch a god, you need to find a god. No, but I'm like, if a god's only edict was that God shouldn't exist, then all he would need, then his moral imperative would be to kill all the other gods, make sure that no other gods show up, and then kill himself. Because the problem as I see it is that I think we have crossed into a threshold where even if all of the gods went away and nobody was actively trying to create a god, gods would still be popping into existence.
Like the sci-fi.
Yeah.
I mean, now that makes sense.
So we need someone who can actively stop that.
On a Libby level, that makes sense.
The god of murder suicide.
Or we could just not pay attention to them and they'll go away.
That
because
seems
they're
to be what you
fueled
told your
by
brother.
belief.
Yeah.
I mean, that is literally the solution to this instance when all the advertisements came to life. So everyone just ignored them.
I think it was interesting.
I think that's
that-
one of the major differences between these gods and the Vexen god.
Yeah, because the
like-
Vexen god is a constant force.
Yeah,
Well,
it's some
the-
kind of entity that exists.
I think
Mind-
Desha would be like, yeah, that's how gods work. If I don't believe in you, you'll go away. God is worried that you won't believe in God. That's what's on God's mind.
The thing is, Vexens have spent centuries trying to ignore God and pretend that he doesn't exist, and he hasn't gone away. So
The thing is, we acknowledge that he exists. It's
He's
just,
not. He
yeah.
doesn't acknowledge
we
the.
just don't
The
talk about
whole
it.
point of the
Encourage
Vexen
him.
religion is to avoid God's attention, right?
Because
it's that
talking about it is just going to encourage him.
So
it's
that
your
was-
we have our business, you have your business, and we actually, but it's not about belief.
that was
So I think she would find it
interesting.
extremely funny that you're like, we have to believe in the God, we have to craft the God, we have to shape the God. You're like, well, then it's not a God, is it? It's a friggin' project.
I think that to be a very interesting thing to bring into the conversation about the gods.
Yeah.
So her entire
So you're saying we need
point of
a
view is these are troublesome things,
Yeah,
but they're
I
not
mean,
gods.
Call it a
Don't be
god or call it
ridiculous.
not, but
we need a
matter
theological
what you call
Socratic
it.
seminar between everyone and Imogen. I don't know. Would Shibble want to be included in that?
I feel like
Shibble think
St.
about
Nicholas
God.
would show up too. We'd randomly have Santa Claus
Like-
there.
Be one someday?
Yeah. We don't know.
I'm-
Shibble is something.
I'm very confused about the nature of myself.
Look, I'm with
Aren't we all?
I
I
not
need
be
to go,
God,
I need to go
but
back
whatever.
to that
It's just a
tennis
convenient
retreat.
label.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do. And you can find a tennis coach in Vescarre.
I love that scene.
That was a good one.
Which one?
The tennis.
Tennis.
Yeah. Oh, I was so
Shibble's
good.
mental training.
It was great when I showed up and I said I want to understand something about myself. And the sage was like, Yeah.
Oh, you'll need to pass that to them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In fact,
Uh,
we should probably have an entire episode of that. Just all of our characters showing up and being like, we want to understand something
So you
about
do want a therapy session?
No, not on my birthday. Never.
Birthday mentioned.
Like we're milking it.
Now I'm just imagining you stretch out the timeline so we never get to the next day.
Oh,
It's
it's
just
Cordelia's
Cordelia's
birthday.
birthday for the rest of
Do a Zeno's paradox on time. It's every hour is half the time. Of the
Or
previous
just
hour.
on a Groundhog's Day thing.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think there's a few presents I haven't opened yet. Oh, how exciting!
Or so made you a cake.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a tomato cake. That's a real thing.
oh,
It's really good.
how sweet!
True story.
Wow. Well, if I get to live to see it, I'll be very pleased.
You already got both of my presents.
Yeah.
It's like a slightly tangier carrot cake.
Yes. Do you guys think that we should attempt for me to become an eidolon? I don't think so, but what do we think?
Let's make more gods. Sure.
You do have the right attitude about gods to become an eidolon for what I'm looking for.
That they shouldn't exist?
Exactly.
We godded our way into this and we'll god our way out.
Exactly.
I'll say
Keep
this.
digging.
I think that there's an argument to be made that an eidolon that doesn't believe
That
in
eidolons
the
should be-
thing that it's creating, that the thing it's creating should exist, would have a very hard time meeting the criteria to be a believer of the thing it's creating.
See, that's why the belief is that this thing should temporarily exist and then kill all the other things like it.
I will say that, and speaking to that, I would argue that is essentially the argument being made by all of them.
Yeah, but the rest of them are, I'm going to kill all the other stuff and then do God stuff and rule.
How? Yeah, I mean, how many people would be willing to wield the power of a god and then give it up?
Well, that's what, but see, these things are created ontologically by the beliefs that they're infused by. So if you infuse it with that belief
Yeah,
from
you're
the
not wrong.
beginning,
So you're trying to make
You're not
like a
wrong.
Meeseeks.
exactly.
I'm trying to make like a really depressed
I'm trying to
god.
make the lemon god.
It's really funny. A god of temporality,
Or
a
That
god of
god
a
shouldn't
god of
exist
it's-
just for its own sake.
it's
god of
just Dexter.
timelines.
It's a serial killer, killer.
God of
it's
misery.
a killer god.
Wow. Concepts. What about the sky pie? God of chicken leg.
Wait, no. There you go.
Yeah,
That
you
was
know what?
down the ticket. The
Out of
sky
all the
line, yeah.
gods I've seen, that one seems like the one that I'm willing to go with.
I could get behind a sky pie.
Yeah.
If you make a god killer god, can someone else make a god killer god?
Yes. I'll say, like, just by extension of the
I'm disappointed.
by extension of the logic, yes.
I'm not even disappointed. I'm just confused.
Well, because like, okay, here's the thing, right? Like, you say that that's the goal of all the gods, but Jehovah hasn't killed Philo or whatever.
They got into a fight.
They got into a
But
fight.
failed.
He
So-
didn't finish him.
I think Jehovah's
Oh, so you just need to make a more powerful god, and
Well,
that
if-
god will
if he
solve
needs-
all your problems.
See,
So there's a
focus. That's
there's
the
a-
I
thing.
think
If he has just a
Jehovah's
single
handlers
goal-
were
No, I
like
get it.
wanting to do PR instead of battle at this moment.
yeah.
They want to make Jehovah stronger.
Yeah, see, they're
For the fight.
They're onboarding.
see, that's the thing. They're trying to do
hiring.
too many things at once, whereas I'm trying to do a single thing.
Ooh, a remote on Shibble.
Shibble has a lot of charisma naturally. People really
Shibble could
like
get followers.
Shibble, and people tend to like to do what Shibble tells them to do.
Shibble doesn't give a lot of orders, though.
No, that's just
Bewilderingly happens.
yes.
All
Yeah.
around.
Shibble just started out as a furball bro, and now Shibble is part of the universe with mendicles that locate things and breathes fire.
And
I
apparently everybody has a crush on Shibble.
I offer
Yeah,
the following.
teenagers think I'm cool.
I'll
That's
offer the
arguably the most
following,
impressive
thought
superpower.
experiment. Do you
True.
think Shibble would give up the power of a god if Shibble had access to the power?
Would Shibble even understand the power that they're using?
What? What?
It's shit.
What
Yeah.
is-
Production guy?
Shibble is the god you're looking
The god that doesn't understand it's a god. That sounds honestly miserable. That sounds like that little kid in that Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm looking for a god with, no offense, but with focus. Whereas I feel like Shibble would get easily distracted.
Focused if you tell me what to do.
Tell Shibble what to do, and they're amazing at their job. That's why I hired them.
Nobody else would give up godhood.
I don't know. I don't know if Shibble would give up
What
godhood.
does giving up even entail?
I mean, I don't think we would know
According
exactly.
to Sam,
Like, do I have to
Kill
kill myself?
I mean, presumably a god would have the power to not a god anymore at some point.
Yeah, you could just decide.
Like
Oh
on
my
the,
God, are we
on-
gonna do this? If
I-
you
know
can
what?
God make a rock
Okay,
so big that God can't lift it?
Yeah.
yeah.
I would be Shibble's Eidolon. That's the only person.
May I also put forth that Shibble has never been self-motivated in this entire campaign.
That's true.
True.
Shibble is always moved by the
According to
needs of
Plato,
others.
yeah.
Just like the gods are.
So
The gods are created by the needs of others.
I think if I was
I
pushed
believe
by
in
my
Shibble
friends
enough.
to give up my power
Oh, I
for my
see.
life, I think I would.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, I think if Shibble's friends asked.
Because
But I wouldn't
it's
want to put
so,
Shibble in that kind of danger.
it's so unshibble to put themselves ahead of other people.
Shibble is the most selfless kid to hesitate. What? But
Yeah, Angela. That appears.
Shibble being the most selfless character at the table.
Except that was all a lie.
I'm actually evil.
And he's been playing the long fight. Shibble Nicolette there.
I feel like
this is gonna do, like,
unassuming
the Harry Potter
sidekick who
thing where,
suddenly
like,
pulls a gun on the
You
protagonist.
see Shibble Shibble and suddenly somehow the letters rearranged and Nico lets there.
What were you saying, Esther?
I feel like Sam is
Sam is also very selfless.
an incredibly selfless character.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
the extremes, the ends of our table are very selfless. Like Sam immediately tries to save Nadezhda's parents, immediately tries to save
Sam tried
Cordelia.
to punch a woman in a mecha suit without anything.
Yeah.
Just punch her today.
I could do a forceful push.
You still have your punchy gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got them recharged.
Yeah.
Like,
don't
but
get me
you're
gloves.
wrong.
Got
Sam is
nothing.
irritating as hell. But
He's a
Sam
good
is like a
friend.
true hero.
Unfortunately.
And so Shibble.
Oscillates between doing hero shit and like really sketchy shit.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna start an orphan cult. But also,
Cordelia is full Hamlet.
Yeah.
That's such an
Yeah.
interesting way to think of
Yeah.
it.
Cordelia is fully like,
A silly
I
Hamlet.
must assume
The
the
Hamlet is
mantle
already
of my
silly.
power, and yet, like 100%, I must strike against the rot in my family. But still, must I not contemplate this
I never thought about
while
this,
gas
but
is
you're right.
pouring in to kill me?
And then
Listen.
Cordelia gets randomly taken by pirates for some
You
reason.
finally get 1 ounce of self-esteem in your entire life. You're gonna want to hold on to it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
And her ex went crazy, like Ophelia.
I think Sam also, he goes through phases of being very like nihilistic and feeling like he can't actually make any change. So when he
can
has
both
the
be
opportunity to
Shibble.
do something.
Shibble needs a buddy.
But Rosencrantz and Guildenstern
Are
are dead.
I know. It's true. But everyone in Hamlet dies.
Yeah.
Who
Not
are
everyone.
our Rosencrantz and Guildenstern?
That's
That's what I
Just
asked.
ask.
I see.
I don't feel like
said
I'm
both of them are
I think
the
it's
two of you.
I feel like I'm Fortinbras,
Yeah.
guy who comes at the end and is like, "Oh, everyone's dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I'm in charge now."
Well, that's basically Cordelia. Cordelia's like,
Things went down here.
literally everyone in my family's dead. I'm in charge of the family.
Not everyone. A lot of the women are actually alive, weirdly. Girl power. Let's go, girls.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna keep just
The god of girl power is
I'm gonna-
Shania Twain.
keep
Just a pair of giant boots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep being a massive
These
inconvenience
boots are
until
gonna
I
work this
know.
city. They're made for walking.
All right, guys. We're gonna call it there.
Bye.
Thank you for hanging
Wonderful
out.
road.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Cordelia.
Happy birthday,
It was
Cordelia.
not her birthday.
Very traumatic birthday.